Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Today we're going to be casting Apex Legends Global Series APAC North. This is the grand finals that you're going to be seeing for today. We're going to be getting right into it, so I just want to put a disclaimer for all those watching. This is on a 5-minute delay, and also as a reminder, we are casting this and we're catching up onto Game 2. So this was a time change on my part, so apologies, we are missing on Game 1, but don't worry, we're getting right into Game 2. So we're going to be segueing very quickly. We're going to do a catch-up on all the teams. We'll take a look at the scoreboard and break down who won Game 1 and talk about everything that's going underway. Apologies about that. Looks like the first team, and let's break down the scores. Let's just get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going real fast into this and catching everyone up. So Game 1 into finals, from what we can see, and I might need to adjust the camera lighting here in just a moment as well. Game 1 looks like Unite took first place with 12 total kill points. This is a fantastic first game for Unite. Second place is Flora with 9 total kills. Second place, 23 points. Reignite with third place, 22 points. This is looking pretty solid across the board. So this is the first teams that we're seeing, and we're going to be segueing right away. So just a second, we're actually going to be going into Game 2. So disclaimer again, reminder, we're going right into Game 2 for everything that you're seeing. So unfortunately, we did miss Game 1, but don't worry, we're going to be here for the rest of the action for Grand Finals for APAC North. So in just a moment, I'll be sure to tweet everything out, let everyone know that we're live, that we're underway, and we're all situated, and we'll be ready to get going into the day. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to make a quick adjustment over on the camera, and then we're going to be good to go. Okay, appreciate you guys' patience as we get everything underway. I'll put a community tab post. I'll post this on Twitter. Let everyone know that we're live and that we are just pretty much ready to go. Okay, that looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, but we'll have to make do. We'll be ready to go here in just a moment. I've literally just woken up, so I apologize. My voice does not sound all ready and good to go. Looks like we're going to begin here in about 4 minutes. So once we get underway, we will get started. So I appreciate you guys for being patient. And we'll get started here in just a moment. So looking at the scoreboard again for the tournament, from what we're seeing, we are already seeing Unite has first place right now, currently in Grand Finals. Remember, teams have to get up until match point. That is the overall goal for today, hitting match point and then winning a game. So we'll probably go for quite a few games today, or it could end very quickly once a team actually hits that score. If Unite can consistently get on top, that's going to be the overall goal. So that's generally the format where we're looking for. Once the team hits match point, then they have to win one game. A team can literally go all the way up until match point and then unfortunately not get any of them. They have to obtain a total of 50 points. That's the goal. They need 50 total points under their belt, and once they have those 50 points, then boom, bam, boom, they're going to be all set. So let's switch back over to Game 2 here. Again, 5-minute delay as we're setting everything up. We got a 4-minute start. We're going to literally be going right into the action for today. I mean, I guess it's more exciting that way. You know, we get right into it. There is no hesitation. There is no pause on anything that we're doing. So very, very exciting. And we'll see how my voice holds up. We did just get done casting Europe a little while ago for today. And here we are underway going already into APAC North Grand Finals. Grand Finals. It looks like all the teams are situated and in the lobby. And once this is underway, we'll be sure to tweet everything out. And we'll be good to go. Literally going into Game 2 already. Hopefully you guys are all excited. Hopefully you guys are all pumped. Makes being here early a lot more rewarding, doesn't it? Knowing what you're going to be watching and what you're going to be seeing. We'll be sure to turn off the music once we are in game. There's a lot to unpack, seeing how teams are already performing. I did get to catch up through another stream just to kind of highlight which teams are doing quite well. We'll keep an eye on Reignite. We'll keep an eye on as well as Flora. And of course, Crazy Raccoon. Can't forget where they're landing. They're always landing Sorting Factory. So at least we know the consistency of where they're all going. These are all a major set of teams. If you're curious who's competing, we have Team 1, which is A2 eSports, CGK, Crazy Raccoon, DAIKIN, Fennel, Korea, Flora, Good 8 Squad, Ice Cream, Jupiter Vega, LFT, Northeption, Orthros Fang, Orthros Magical, Reignite, RXR Clover, Sengoku, Sen Sister God, T1, and of course Team Unite. All right, and looks like we are going to be underway, not only in game, but it looks like we are now officially live. We got the good luck, have fun going to get started here. And hopefully you guys are all ready for an amazing tournament. We're 30 seconds out. Let's go ahead and put everything out there. The notifications, tweets. Just in time for game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Just in time. Let's see here. Oh, looks like my phone is going off. There we go. All right, game 2. Yam Yam, Lucas, great to have you guys here. Hopefully you guys are all excited. Hopefully you guys are all ready. It's a really big day. I'll be sure to link the Liquipedia page up above. Make sure you guys have all of that. All right. And game 2 is now underway. Let's see what compositions that we have for today, what we're going to see, who is underway, who's already playing, who's already fighting, what's going on. Do we see a low button team? We had those for Europe, actually, but I don't think we're going to see them here. We know we didn't see any Pathfinders, oddly, for Europe. But it looks like it's going to be happening more so for APAC North at the moment. RXR Clover, and let's see, Reignite. Are they running a Pathfinder? They are indeed. We do not see any Lobas, but we do have quite a few individual teams, and I need to change one of the notifications. Just realized it's going to say 2 seconds, timers. There's going to see a bit of a lag there. All right, let's make sure that everything is saying what it needs to say. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the lag. Sorry for the lag. 2 seconds. Okay, looks like we're okay with that. And let's pause the music. Let's turn on highlights. And look like we're looking at Orthos Fang right now. Let's see if we have any 50-50s right off the rip. I don't think we're going to have any from what we saw from the prior round. FLK landing in their infamous spot. Looks like everything is looking pretty good. Looking hunky-dory at the moment. Looks like everything is positive. Going already, again, into Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2. So if you're just tuning in, I apologize. I know you might have been curious, where is Game 1? I will put a disclaimer in chat of why we missed Game 2. It was just a time discrepancy. There's a time zone difference from everything that we're doing, so whenever I logged in and hopped in, I unfortunately missed Game 1. But that's okay, but at least we're here right now, and we're casting, and we're excited to be here. So let's take a look at all the action. Right now, we do not have any 50-50s right off the rip. Looks like everyone is being quite respectful in the lobby. This is the first game, or second game of the day. So when we're looking at the scores, right now we have Unite currently in the lead. So you're going to see a bit of a lag. I just need to pull up the teams, make sure I have them on the left-hand side of me. Okay, there we go. We are all set. And see where teams are going to go. So we have North Epson. Looks like they're getting shot by an infamous Charge Rifle Charlies. Looking at good 8 squad. We do have our teams already geared up and good to go. So they were on height, but it looks like everything's okay. What a night, ladies and gentlemen. I went from casting, I think I finished a little while ago for Europe, and now we're going back into APAC North. You know, at least we're getting it done. That's the plus side. I'm very excited, at least, you know, that we're on the grind and everything's underway. No team has fought right now. The current kill leader of the lobby, we still only have a little bit of damage done, I believe, from good 8 squad. They're the only ones who connected any damage. Was around 33 damage thus far. So at least we're not missing a whole lot. That's pretty positive. That's not too bad. We do have North Epson taking the north side of the map at the moment. So the goal right now is for finals that we need a team to reach match point, which is 50 points. So we could be here for 2 rounds. We could be here for 10 or 11. I look tired. I just woke up, man. I literally just woke up. I woke up like 30 minutes ago, so that's probably why I look a little bit tired. It's been a long weekend, but that's okay. We're passionate. We love what we're doing here. Went from AMEA for APAC North, so we're popping it, man. We're going right into this. We look at CGK popping, taking the north side. Everyone's fighting for positioning right now. In Europe, we saw a lot of teams really battling it out pretty early on and taking some aggro positioning. But this looks like the similar situation for APAC North as well. They're playing very respectable for before, but it looks like teams are really trying to find their footing into zone early. So I wonder if we're going to have teams bully each other out. Look at this. We see a constant clash from FLK from the map as well to a lot of other teams. So I'm trying to look at the map, make sure we don't miss the first fight of the day. From my stream, obviously, going into game 2. I'm trying to make sure to see which fight we actually see occurring, what's going to happen, where they're going to position. We have Good 8 squad that has a height right above. They might make a push here. It's definitely possible. It's definitely viable. You see how close they are, and they're fighting for their positioning. Playing tournaments at 12. This is because it's APAC North. This is APAC North, Asia Pacific, so that's clear across the world. Right now, for them, it's actually earlier. It's earlier in the day. This is earlier than usually when they normally compete. Usually they compete at like 5 in the morning my time. But right now, at least for them, they get to compete at a decent hour, quote-unquote, over in Asia. So it's a lot better for them. But I appreciate you guys all for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to leave a like showing your support for what we do here. Every little bit means the absolute world. We have every team rotated. Look at this tight spot right here. Every team is currently predicting that it's going to be over on this side of the map. We'll take a look over at Crazy Raccoon and see how they're handling their rotation in. Right now, they're furthest out, which is understandable. This is usually what they do. They tend to take the edge of the zone, and they have plenty of time to catch teams out. And here's our first fight here. Looks like of game 2, potential fight with A2 eSports. We'll keep an eye, making sure we're hot in this action. Looks like they disengaged immediately. Rootsy has been rotating over. He used to be a Horizon main, and now has switched over as a Wraith main. So definitely interesting to see that change and that adjustment. So as we see teams all rotating right now and finding their positioning and angle, they are going to be hard gated. It looks like T1. T1 does have a gold armor. Usually they split over on Trials as well as Countdown. I think they did Lava Fissure. Team Unite's got a long rotation in, so they're just going to have to be patient to see where they're going to go. It's great to have you, by the way, Slinky. Great to have all of you guys here. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Very excited to have you. I may need to update one of the notifications for leaderboards. It's pinned right up above for you, Craig. Obly, excuse me, having a first shot there. Underway. Hey, at least I could say I'm not necessarily. Yeah, there's no limit to the matches. No limit. We could be here for 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. A team has to reach 50 points. That's the whole concept. They have to reach 50 points, and we'll break down all the scores every single time when they happen. It looks like T1 trying to rotate. They're in a rough spot here, guys. This is not going to be good for them. And then we have also SG getting into a fight, Sengoku. So let's switch over to that POV as well to see what action we can capture here. They're getting shot mostly from a distance. What is happening here? They're getting picked on from every which angle on every team. And then we'll go right back over as well to that T1 fight. Let's go back over to T1. Let's see the action over here. It looks like they are resetting. Let's take a look over at Sun Sister God and seeing what they are handling, how they're handling the situation. You have to give me a moment just to kind of warm up here and get a feel for where everyone is fighting. This is some early fights, especially for APAC North, which is a little bit different in terms of their positioning. So Sun Sister God there's all the teams are still alive, but there's a lot of rats running around right now. A lot of rats. So when we say rats, we mean teams that are all by themselves. All by themselves, guys. Let's see if he's going to pop open this door. Got a little bit of tension here. Is he going to pop it open or not? He's got the bubble to reposition, and he lets him in. He punches him right out, and unfortunately does go down. LFT has now taken out Sun Sisters, who is technically the first team out for the day. We do have T1 holding out multiple teams here. There's a constant crossfire. Unite, who was first place before, with 24 total points, and currently first place overall right now. We'll have to keep an eye on them. Let's take a look at Unite's POV in just a hot second. So we got Unite, and then we also have T1, who we need to keep a close eye on. So Team Unite, it looks like T1 is opting for the rotation, and they're going to be flying right across. How long has this been going, Alice? We just started. Unfortunately, we did miss game 1, but that's perfectly fine because we're catching up with everything hot and spicy for the grand finals for APAC North. We have T1 making a pretty big rotation in here. Definitely one of those ballsy plays to really look out for. Let's take a look at who the current kill leader is of the lobby. Right now, it is Lemonade Squad, LFT, that's looking pretty spicy. They're setting up a Lemonade stand. They're looking pretty good. We also have a fight happening with FL. They cleaned up very fast. We're going to have to, now that we know, because this is technically our first round in for the day, I know it says game 2 because we are in game 2, but, you know, we got started just a little bit late. Appreciate you guys. So once we have the positioning, my fiance has brought me tea. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I'm still waking up, so I have my hot tea for us.
Let's go this way.
And there we go. Get the first fight with Momon. He cleans it up. And there we have our second team out, ladies and gentlemen. Second team out. DAIKIN has gone out, and they're trying to recover quickly and find their footing. That T definitely hits a spot, and it looks like we are going right underway. Multiple teams are flying up in the air. It looks like is this T1 going for positioning? Yeah, they're just scouting things out. Looks like they're scouting around. Look at the big brain giving us the eye in the sky and where multiple teams are all located here on the map. So as we unpack things here for APAC North, we are underway for the second game of the day. Overall, looking pretty solid. Not a lot of fights currently. But, oh, there we go. As we speak, commentators curse. Fang is making a push in. They have limited space. They're going to be the team that might go out next. Look at this as he does get hit, unfortunately. He has to find his positioning. Who's going to give him cover? The Gibraltar? No, the Gibraltar says, I've never seen you my whole entire life. He's finding a whole different angle. And there we go. We have every team looking for some solid fights. Let's take a look over at Good 8 Squad and see how they're doing. So they do see that they managed to get a knock. They have a 3v2 situation here. It's looking pretty tight. They need to get some of those massive shots in before it's a little too late. Can they clean up the Mastiff? They got a 3v2. All they need to do is get a solid shot, and there it goes. This could be it for the opposing squad. And it looks like RC has managed to get cleaned up. This is Kanada's roster with the Pathfinder. If you're curious of which the Pathfinder team, the other team that's running Pathfinder currently is Reignite. And let's take a look at see how crazy Raccoon is doing. They haven't done any damage yet. So luckily, just so you are aware, you have not missed any damage from Crazy Raccoon right now. They're playing this a lot more passive right now, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with playing this passive. They're playing it smart, so whenever they need to. All right, got my tea. Yeah, Snap, it's perfectly fine, no worries. But I'm so used to the cast being at 5 in the morning, and then the time shift just... I've been going all week with nonstop casting from Europe to everything, and we literally casted... It's been almost every other day. Saturday and Sunday we did APAC North, and Tuesday Europe, then Thursday Europe, then Saturday Europe, and now here we are. Same day, technically bleeding into a Sunday. So I'll be sure to probably take down that tweet just so people aren't confused, so everyone is aware of what we're saying. So Crazy Raccoon is doing well. They're sitting here, and they're waiting for the right rotation, the right moment to strike. So when we take a look at T1, also has the opposite, and this is also a fan favorite. Reignite is still in the lobby. When we look at Reignite, everything is pretty solid on their part. We'll have to take a look where the next fight is going to break out right now. Everyone is predicting that it looks like it's going to pull on the north side of the map, and we take a look at FLK here. You know, Jung Hee, oh my gosh, I love this dude. I love he's always running a sniper. He's definitely my inspiration from APAC North. One of my favorites that I always love to see in the action. Always enjoy what he brings to the table. Tries to give my man a little bit of a haircut there to charge rifle him. Tries to connect some shots. So where are we going to see a possible rotation? This is not pulling on the left side like we thought. A lot of pros. And this is going to be a lot of open area, a lot of open space, as you can tell from the mini-map. You're not missing any action right now because everyone is trying to find their positioning. LFT still currently has the most kills currently. And the lobby is just a matter of who's going to be the team to really engage this next fight. All the teams over on the left, especially A2 Esports, has to make a pretty aggressive push in. So they have to bully out a team here. They don't have a whole lot of time to really make a decision, but they have to bully them out.
Something good this way.
So pretty excited here. Yeah, it has been a very long day, but I appreciate all the fact that you guys are already here. And question, T1 already found gold? Yeah, they get gold every single round. Every single round they always get gold. And the reason why is because they always take trials. They're always taking the trials area, and they're trying to shoot the Valkyrie out of the sky, but to no avail. Valkyrie is extremely fast. She's always flying around at Mach 1. We have 17 squads remaining, only 49 alive, but we have limited space in where everyone can go. So it looks like Team Unite is going to be the first one to instigate, already bouncing their way to success here. They do have an angle, but for how long are they going to have this till? We have 1 minute and 20 seconds until the first zone closes. Once this zone does close... everything is going to be underway here.
Forget I said anything.
Trying to predict where the next fight is going to be. When we take a look at the amount of teams, that we only got 3 Good 8 Squad and LFT who have most of the kills in the lobby. The rest of it is just kind of a bit of a peppering that's occurring. Crazy Raccoon is pretty safe in where they're at. I don't think they're going to get into a fight unless they decide to go bully and push a team out. We'll have to see if they decide to go for the bully part. And we take a look at A2 eSports.
Go this way.
A2 eSports is making a push in. Here's the port to get themselves an angle. Rootsy trying to get himself an angle with the port. I don't know if this is for positioning. He's trying to get Thief here. He drops his port, but now they are quite low on HP. They have limited time to make a decision here. Let's take a look. Thief is just trying to recover and heal. They do have the port for positioning. They're trying to get the rotation in a bit early, but how fast can they make this a possibility? That's really the question. So if you're just tuning in, this is APAC North Apex Legends Global Series Championship Grand Finals. So we're watching the Grand Finals right now. We need a team to reach onto match point. That is the overall goal. We need match point, ladies and gentlemen. Match point is 50 total points, and they have to win another game. This could happen really quickly. This could take a really long time, but this definitely removes the RNG of who is going to be the best of the best for today, and every point right now is going to matter to get you to match point. This is a really tough rotation for A2 eSports. This is where the next fight is going to potentially break out here. That's where we have our big prediction as they decide to rotate and find their angle. So they have very limited time. Very limited time.
Enemy spotted.
We'll just have to see where they find their spot. Ooh, look at all those shots just whizzing right by. This is the only team that's really getting picked on at the moment. Here they go. There's a team from across the way. Can Karma connect some of his shots? They are quite low. He needs to land more of those longbow shots. So, oh, there he goes. He smacks him right across the head with a headshot. And that's definitely a play to push on if they're ever going to find any position, any angle. And there they go with a jump pad. There's multiple teams all right there, all getting clustered. It's an absolute nightmare. Who can they get shots on? He goes for the second knock. Second knock from Zipman. Banana Star does go down. This is Jupiter Vega. A2 has every opportunity to come right in. They got absolutely obliterated. They no longer exist. They have been eliminated right from the lobby. And let's take a look, make sure we're not missing another fight here. We do have T1 breaking out into a potential fight. They do have a different POV here from height on a team. But it looks like they're disengaging from it. Are they going to let them have this real estate and have this space? And it looks like they see them flying right through the air. And everyone is flying right in. Reignite sees the teams that are going right out in the open. Look at the amount of angles everyone has. There's going to be bloodshed. There will be blood here at every which angle because there's not enough space, and the zone is closing quite fast. So right now, when you take a look at the lobby, it is closing. Let's take a look at who the current kill leader is. It's still LFT with the most amount of damage currently in the lobby. We take a look at where the damage is getting shot. We do have Ice Cream on the north side of the map. And I'm pulling up the map and want you guys to be aware that everyone is kind of at a weird standstill. This is kind of odd to see where there's a lot of teams for Zone 4, 14 teams? Really? I'm having a hard time believing that, considering how much little space there is. I mean, Crazy Raccoon, look, they are so comfortable in this type of building here. We'll switch back over to Flora. Let's take a look at Flora and Crazy Raccoon. It looks like they got a shot from above, and looks like they're going for the crypto ult, but they managed to get the res already. And there it is, and they're going to make a play for it. There it is, Flora. Switch back over to Crazy Raccoon once they engage because I believe that they're going to. A2 looks like they're going out. We got multiple fights breaking out, but Flora is looking like they're trying to get the angle, trying to go for the kidnap here. We have Cog as well getting into the mix of it. They're pushing a little bit further ahead here, and there's the angle. Let's see if they manage to get height. They're getting shot from multiple teams, multiple spots, and it looks like Reignite is getting a lot of teams down. Let's switch over to their POV. We'll have to bounce back and forth. Everyone is kind of taking shots from a distance, and we'll just have to keep a very close eye. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. Getting our numbers in order here. Constant fighting is really breaking out in the lobby. There we go. A solid spray. He tries to go for the res, but is he going to have enough time? And it looks like they have very limited time before they get pushed. He's going to try to rotate onto the side, but he may not have enough time here to really make a play. He does go down. Unfortunately, Flora does go down to zone. We'll switch over to Reignite's POV in just a moment. Reignite also really struggling for space. You can tell that everyone is just... There's still 12 teams. Okay, there we go. Finally, we have a team that's kind of taken more positioning than the other compared to the other teams in the other roster. T1 also breaking out into a constant firefight. Let's go right back, actually, to that one team there. Let's take a look at Reignite. They're looking pretty solid, okay. And we do have teams all fighting on the north side. Ice Cream keeping it together and holding it together at the moment. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment where it looks like did Team Unite already go out? Let's see. Let's try to answer that question. Did Team Unite go out? You can tell the teams who went out already. I do see them. Let's take a switch back over in just a hot second. Getting used to my keybinds here once we're all set. So it looks like Team Unite. Oh, we switched right over to the right POV. I think Team Unite is down. I need to confirm that. They're getting shot. T1 getting shot at multiple angles, trying to hold height. But can they really hold this together? That was Reignite who managed to get a knock and really grief him there. But look at them getting shot from every which angle. It's not looking positive on their part. We'll see how long they can keep this together. Team Ice Cream also rotating in over on this other angle with Reignite also going into the fray. Once we see, let's see how they clean this up. Ice Cream rolling right in, going for the shots, going for the cleanup. They pop the ult from the Bloodhound to make a play and make a push. They just could decide to go for the finish there. So they decided to opt for the finish. They have limited amount of time though, and they have the hardest rotation to get in at the moment. But they do currently, as you can tell, have the most kills in the lobby. So we'll hold on this team and see if they can maintain that consistency. Let me take a drink of tea right here. All right, switch over to Crazy Raccoon because they're getting into a firefight here. They got to recover. They do have the team that's right above them. Looks like they managed to recover this. Let's take a look at Selly. Selly switched over to Octane. I just realized this. He's not running Wraith. He's actually running Octane. It's definitely a pretty big decision for them to make the switch up here. Let's take a look at the gunfight that's breaking out from CGK. Ice Cream managed to clean this up. We'll switch back over from Ice Cream. Constantly back as well. Let's see if they get rotated on, if they're going to get into a fight, and it looks like they do. Can Vanity clutch this out? And T1 shows up with a 2v2 situation where they rolled up just in time. Crazy Raccoon does have an angle here. Selly running an Octane. Very rare to see. This is not a common occurrence from you see from Selly. So we take a look at T1's POV as well as Crazy Raccoon. Bouncing back and forth. These are some of the top two teams as well. You know, Reignite has definitely been taken out. See, Good 8 Squad, Fennel, T1, all those teams. And there's a tight right there. Koran making sure they cannot maintain that. Does fry him. Goes for the tactical Q. And T1 has been shredding Crazy Raccoon here, but they have recovered. They do have their bats, and they are going for the respawn. Now, will Crazy Raccoon push on this? That's going to be one of the big questions. Can Crazy Raccoon push on this? As they have the Jibby ult out, they have limited time. They only have 10 seconds, and there they go. Selly going for the play and going for the push. Pulling it together, making some clean EVA 8 shots. Selly having an angle, making it look easy. He made it look easy, ladies and gentlemen. I know they lost one. Looks like Ras went down, but that's completely okay because he definitely made that encounter look easy. So let's take a look at FLK POV. And we do have them absolutely frying. Look at those shots. That was a nice cleanup. We came just in time to witness that cleanup. So we have Crazy Raccoon, and we have FLK, and as well as, we'll take a look at the south side and who's one of the last ones here in the lobby. Crazy Raccoon and Fennel Korea. Wow, look at that. We got the Fennel crew all really showcasing their dominance here. All at different stages, all different levels. We'll hold on Selly's POV just because he has height at the moment. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series, APAC North, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting right hot into the action. Here we go. This is right now. Honestly, Crazy Raccoon has every opportunity to really clutch this out. This could be their game. Just going for the extra resources. Zone is closing. As long as they don't get greedy and jump down and they wait patiently, it's really going to be the name of the game. So we'll hold on Crazy Raccoon because I believe that this could be their game, and there they go fighting. The ult is out, but if they just wait patiently until they see a knock, that'll be a clear sign to push. FLK has gone down. There's one clean knock right now. And there's the angle. Unfortunately, he does get pushed out. Selly has a beautiful angle here. The nade did not go where he wanted it to, though. That's definitely not the spot where he wanted it. And now they're right above. And there's some of the shots. And now all they got to do, let's see if they jump down at different angles here. And they do. Selly has an angle. Tries to go right back up, make sure he doesn't get griefed. And wow, we haven't seen this type of zone in a hot minute. How are they going to go up top here? Is this just going to be a heal off? Going for a lot of damage, but unfortunately does go down. Crazy Raccoon says, we do not settle for less. There's the heal off. Let's see if they have enough time. Will he get this med kit? And Fennel Korea has taken that game. So that was a pretty big decision on Crazy Raccoon's part. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to damage them as much as possible to give them the advantage in that situation, but it just didn't really pan out that way. Unfortunately, it just didn't pan out that way. Yeah, unfortunately, Boss Guy, we did miss game 1, and we actually... The time zone difference and time changes in this started differently compared to 5 in the morning. So I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it, unfortunately. Midnight. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I appreciate all of you guys for being a part. It was definitely... I see the strat that Crazy Raccoon was going for there. And they just needed, like, even just one more second of time. So FLK really clutched it out. They have a total of 5, 3, 3, plus 11, plus 12. So that's 23 total points added to their name. So from what they had before, this is gets them closer to match point. So it's definitely a solid round and a solid game for them. All right, once the next code is up, we'll be sure to get into the next round. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying. Don't forget to leave a like and comment and subscribe because we got a big day for all of you guys. Big day already happening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying going into Game 3. And keep in mind, these games will keep going. They'll just keep going underway as we keep up the momentum until we see match point. That's the whole format. We'll break down the format for you guys. It's where things really get interesting, and we're going to see a lot more to really unpack. So we're under Game 3 here. Okay. All right, I think we're finding a groove. Really finding a groove, and this is a big day. Big day. Grand finals. Big day. I'll be sure to put the disclaimer so all of you guys know that we are just getting fired up and getting underway. Okay, everyone is piling into the lobby. Once the scores have been updated, we'll be sure to break those down. Let's talk about what we're seeing. I think this was a pretty big game for FLK as well as Crazy Raccoon. Those are definitely the fan favorites. You know, FLK, Crazy Raccoon, Reignite knows how to put on a show. Always consistent, always knows what they're doing, and we'll just have to see how they manage to maintain their consistency. All right, luckily we got our tea here. We're warming up just as much with our tea. All right. Once the scoreboard is updated, we'll be sure to break that down. Nothing hits better than the old OG soundtrack of Apex Legends. Yeah, I guess I noticed that he probably ran it in the last round, Zella, just catching up. Definitely a better round for Crazy Raccoon. Definitely better. I know that they'll pop off and they'll find their footing. Going from where they were at before, they still had good points into their name. They just needed a bit more consistency. At least they had that push from before just to make sure they maintained consistency. So that's all a good thing. All a good thing. All right, the scores are almost updated. We'll break that down, and we're going into Game 3. So close, though. So close for Crazy Raccoon in the last round. Selly really popped off. I just love the fact that they went for the big play. They didn't just go for the full RNG. They tried to make sure that they could secure it. Potato Puff. Good to have you here. Welcome to stream. Don't forget to leave a like, everybody, if you're just tuning in. We got quite a few of you guys. So the only ask I have is that you guys will leave a like. No Watsons currently. No Watsons. We do not see any Watsons currently in play right now. And then once we catch up here, let's take a look at the scoreboard. I think it is caught up, and we should be underway. Okay, we need to update just on 3 more teams, and then we are good to go. How did they get on the silos? They went up there. What composition were they running? Probably the jump pad. Jump positions. That's how they got up there. but looking pretty solid. We'll be sure to capture Crazy Raccoon. It looks like Reignite is doing really solid here. Reignite is keeping it together. Pretty solid game. Yeah, right? The fact that also FL and FLK were really fighting towards the end to really maintain it and keep it together. Crazy Raccoon knew that if they waited long enough, that they would just be able to just jump right on them. This is the same zone as APAC South Final Zone? It could be. I just need to double check it. I need to double check how the zones are looking for the other teams. But game 3, if you're just tuning in, is Apex Legends Global Series, APAC North. APAC North, ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching. I can't fault Crazy Raccoon for the play that they had. They know they're trying to always secure for first place. They're not afraid to kind of go for the passive and RNG. They could have gone for the RNG element, but why go for the RNG element when you can just secure your top spot? That is really what really matters here, and every point does matter. It's better to go for the gamble, knowing if you can secure the better RNG. Okay, so the scoreboard has been updated. Let's take a look at that. Let's break that down. Let's catch up. So FLK right now, 34 points. We need a team to reach 50 total points to get over to match point. That's going to be the overall goal of what we're seeing here. So nobody has match point yet. And it's only round 3, meaning we could be done in 6 rounds. We could be done in 8. We could be done in 9. We'll have to see where everyone decides to land. But right now, FLK, 34 points, first place. We have Reignite, second place, 30. Crazy Raccoon right behind. So if Crazy Raccoon does win this next round, or even get in second place again, securing a lot of kills, they could be match point. That could be a really big one for them. Yo, Oliver, great to see you. Do you even sleep? I mean, I guess I slept for just a little bit. I thought I was going to be waking up at 5 in the morning, but here we are, casting APAC North. But, you know, hey, we're pumped. We're excited. I'm excited to be here. Hopefully all of you guys are excited. Yeah, there is no gold resurrection in comp. Okay, let's make sure. Let's take a look at any breakdowns or anything that's happening on the back end that I can update you guys on. Okay, it looks like everyone is joined and good to go. It looks like they're ready to be joined. Getting the last few teams. Thank you so much, Javier. I appreciate you. Portrait, good to have you here. Welcome, buddy. Right column, everyone here, leave a like. It doesn't take too much. Doesn't take too much just to enjoy and leave a like. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you see. You're having a good time. I'll timestamp this. I'll put a disclaimer. Game 1, unfortunately, is not here, but at least you're able to get the rest of the action. Why does it say World's Edge Season 6? It's a great question. So that's the last update that they made for World's Edge for Apex Legends that everyone is playing on. We haven't seen any changes to the map since then, but it's still the current map that we're playing is technically Season 6 map. Most of the changes for maps have come through King's Canyon as well as Olympus. So technically Olympus would say like Season 9 Olympus. You can go back to Season 8 Olympus when they have those other changes. Tea and Apex Legends theme. I agree. I got my tea right here. Definitely warming me up. But already a pretty solid start to the night and to the day. Getting closer to that match point. So if you're just tuning in and watching, this is the perfect time to watch, because what you're watching is where everyone is fighting for that grand prize pool. This is finals. Everyone already here in the top 20 is technically making money, even if they're in last place, but they want to secure that bag. They want to get that bag in first place. So let's switch over to game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Less than a minute. And we'll break everything down once we're in the game. So not a whole lot of 50-50s are happening, but that's perfectly fine. That's nothing to worry about. We'll just be sure to capture the fights that are happening. Capture the fights that are happening. We'll see if teams decide to change up any of their comps and rotations. interesting thing here is that we're not having any Lobas in APAC North, but we're definitely seeing more Pathfinders, which is what we don't see from before. 5 seconds, and here we go, going into Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3. Just tuning in and watching, this is APAC North. Apex Legends Global Series Championship. This is where all the money is already being distributed among the top 20 teams. Who's going to secure the biggest bag in first place? That's really one of the biggest questions that we have to ask ourselves. And here we go. I mean, Joy, it makes sense that they wouldn't be streaming. Every little performance hit at this level, every little bit of frame rate, every distraction, every thought process, there's definitely no reason to really stream at this high level and caliber. And there's definitely people who will stream it. I know, like, TSM will, but that's, you know, at everyone's own discretion, right? All right, let's see how teams change their comp. They're selecting their legends as we speak. Game 3 underway. Go ahead and pause that music. And then we'll be set up right into the next round. And pull up my little sheet that I need here. Alright, let's bring up those highlights. And we'll follow Crazy Raccoon to see if they're going to get into any early fights here right off the start. I don't think anybody is. I think everyone is playing very respectfully. There's definitely a change from APAC North coming from Europe. Europe definitely tends to bully teams out in the center. APAC North likes to fight around the edges of the map. It's very noticeable, the difference in how they play. They'll have a level of respect by going into the center of the zone. You don't see that level of respect coming from Europe. If there's somebody in the center and they have the ability to push them out, they'll push them out. There's no Revenant teams. I want to highlight that. No Revenant teams in APAC North. You see a lot of different compositions, but you don't see any Revenant. In Europe, you definitely saw a lot more Revenant pushes, which definitely changes up the lobby. And here we go. Selly's loot pattern, always on top, always sharp. Let's make sure we're not missing any potential fights. You see everyone is playing quite respectfully again. Selly going right for as much loot as humanly possible here. Let's see what they're able to come away with. Sorting Factory generally has a pretty good loot table, but it's just all going to depend. Jill, it's great to have you here. You're not late. I was also a little bit late for starting stream. As you know, I've had a very busy schedule. I just got done streaming Europe a little while ago. Essentially took a nap. I thought the stream was going to start a little later, but it's okay because we're here now. We're vibing. We're having a great time. Not the first time here, and we're loving the vibes. He's got 2 energy weapons in hand. Kind of curious if he's going to go for, and there we go. He's got a Spitfire. He's got a Spitfire and a Volt from what we're seeing. Let's take a look if any other teams are fighting. And you're curious on how T1 always gets a gold. Well, usually in Trials they get a little bit luckier, but it doesn't look like they're getting lucky with the gold armors that they need. Let's see if Jupiter Vega, unfortunately, didn't get lucky with the gold armor either. Where are the gold armors this round? We do not have enough gold armor to spread around the lobby, apparently. Countdown didn't have gold armor. Trials didn't have gold armor. That's a bit strange. So teams are rotating. Crazy Raccoon does have zone. This is a pretty solid zone for them. We do have first place with FLK, so keep an eye on FLK, and we'll keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon. So we're going to keep an eye on these 2 teams, Fennel Korea and Fennel. And Crazy Raccoon. So those are the... Oh, looks like we had a crash, unfortunately. We'll get right back in the game. Not a problem. 2 seconds while we load back up. So apologize for that. We shouldn't miss any of the fights or anything that's going on. That was definitely weird to see, but it's okay. But at least we're able to reconnect. So 2 seconds. You'll see a bit of a black screen appear. And once we're back in game, we should be okay. So give me 2 seconds. Not really sure what caused that. Switch back. And we'll be back in just a second. I've only had that happen once when I was casting Europe. I know a lot of the pros are also experiencing a little bit of those quick disconnects. But at least, hey, we're able to get right back in, which is what you see here happening now. I'll switch over to Crazy Raccoon immediately so we make sure we're not to miss any of that. In 2 more seconds, we'll be good to go. And here we go.
Someone else is over there.
All right, we're right back in it. We didn't miss anything, luckily. No damage has gone out. And there we go, actually. Speaking of damage going out, this is the first amount of damage that is going out. Jump pad out, making a push in. Vanity trying to make a play. Going right for the Gibraltar. See if he can finish up the damage. Not connecting a lot of those shots. Kenny, oh, and misses with the PK. That's not looking good. Hits him for 61. There's a knock. And it looks like Reignite's going to have to leave our buddy Gibraltar right behind. And they're pretty much going to say they've never seen him in their whole entire life. FLK rotating, and we have Team Unite. Let's take a look at where the next potential fight is going to break out. Right now, as you can see, no fights are taking place. Maybe Reignite will go back for that play, potentially. We'll have to see what happens. It's going to be a little close. We'll see if teams decide to push or if they're going to decide to hold. That's really going to be the big question here. Right now, we have FLK making a push in. FLK taking an angle. A Sun Sister God holding here. They aren't running a Caustic, but they haven't ran Caustic in a hot minute, and Caustic has definitely been a strong use for this team before. Why do you think we see Pathfinder in APAC North? That's a fantastic question. I think teams like Reignite, as well as our XR Clover, just have extremely cracked other minds Pathfinders. They have maintained it consistently, and they've showcased the utility that Pathfinder can bring. Even whenever he was not at his high level. It looks like they weren't able to connect that. That's not looking good. But they at least are able to recover. A little bit of damage now in their pocket for FLK. T1 taking rotation on the south side. While we have Crazy Raccoon holding at least the center. Here's a first fight potentially breaking out. They are rotating height right now at a whole different angle. They have the bubble for cover. This is why every team tends to run Gibraltar. And there we go. That's a wall. A wall instantly to buy themselves some time and positioning. Teams are playing very respectful. We don't have any... No, it was only literally one person who's died in the lobby, and that's Reignite. Only one person. Understand that one person has died in the lobby. This is a complete different lobby. Here we go. T1 getting into an early fight. If they're not careful, they will get caught out. I wonder if Crazy Raccoon will push on this. We'll have to keep a close eye. If we see Crazy Raccoon break over from the angle there, they may make a push. T1 trying to find their angle and find their positioning, and the two Gibraltar ults have gone out, and T1 is opting for the rotation. There they go, and... Oh, did they manage to get him? Oh, no, and he managed to leave him behind. He did not connect it, which means he's going to have to fly right down behind. I don't know what happened there. But Obley is definitely going to be going down now that they noticed that they were caught out. That's not good. It was a big brain for the connection, but he did leave without him. Poor Gibraltar left all alone in the world, asking, why did you do this to me, brother? So now Parka, as well as Quran, can they keep this angle? Can they keep this positioning? They're probably going to have to run away from this. It looks like Sully's team also smells blood. They do see them here, meaning at least that the fact that they put a little pressure, as you saw, has managed to keep the team from pushing in. Oh, it looks like Cog actually is pushing right behind them. I don't know how T1's going to recover this. This is not the round that they're looking for because he didn't connect. Crazy how such a small mistake can go such a long way. Taking some shots from downtown. You know, it'll be huge if they're able to knock them out, because then they'll recover at least some points out of this. But right now, this is not looking good for their team. A lot of teams, like I said, in the center are playing very respectfully. We do have a fight breaking out with Reignite up on height. I don't know if they've got a knock so far. They are taking a bit of damage. The drone has gone out. Let's take a look. Do they have a knock here? No knocks, just a lot of damage going out from Reignite's POV. So keep a close eye on Reignite because they're in second place. I'll be sure to have my finger ready on them. So I know who to keep an eye on now. So we got Reignite, some early shots with the longbow. This is what's different about APAC North as well, is the amount of individuals who are strong with a sniper in this lobby, especially 788. 788 is a fantastic sniper. And he knows what he's doing. Let me switch right back over to Reignite. Apologies. Had a little bit of a misclick. So I want to make sure we weren't missing anything. And there's that Pathfinder movement. They've essentially said, we don't need Valkyrie, we have Pathfinder. So now it looks like they have zone. Now they have to do is just gate them out. Let's make sure we're not missing any action with Crazy Raccoon and T1. T1 is on a constant fight potentially here. Let's see what happens. There's the angle and there's the play. There's one of the knocks, but it's not going to be enough, and A2 eSports has knocked them out. But they did their best. They did their best to keep it together. So they've given the armor and loot over to Reignite here. Just so he can level it up. Again, because he's landing a lot of those longbow shots, it really makes a big difference. Alright, looks like they are rotating onto the north side, down to the south side now. Do we have any other fights breaking out? A2 eSports has a pretty big uphill battle hill here. Let's see, where is the stream? This is APAC North. Tori, it's great to have you here. Jafir, everyone. Be sure to be kind to each other. And no, it wasn't a server crash, but at least we're right back in, so it's okay.
Enemy spotted.
There we go. Some of the shots from early on from A2 eSports. They do have a lot of momentum from the kills that they were able to gather there. Just as a matter now, they got 40 seconds to rotate in. Very limited amount of time. They have to push right into connect right here. Excuse me, Ice Cream. They do have one person on the roster who's part of COG. So my apologies are the misspeak. Matsu Tatsu taking a pipe, but does have a triple take in hand. Let's take a look where this next fight could potentially break out. We do have a fight here through Orthros Fang as well, with FL taking some shots from a distance. You can see the shots from a distance are picking on them. This poor team in the center here. They did get a Gibraltar ult out to get them to back off, but that's definitely not going to be enough to get them to segue away. Or could it? That's really going to be the question. He's dodging, ducking, and weaving, and now decides to leave. And it looks like one got shot from a distance, as you can see there. Managed to get one down. They go for the scan. This might be able to play for them as long as they can find the correct angle here. They do need to get some of those shots in, and he pushes them in. He's waiting for the right opportunity, trying to hold that trigger finger, and there it goes. At least they managed to get the crack, but it's going to be a rotation at that point for SG. So I need 2 seconds. I just need to scroll up. Sorry for the lag. I apologize. It looks like we're back in it.
We've got company.
So where we have teams, we see them currently in play. Crazy Raccoon has not been in the action right now. T1 is out, the only team that's currently out right now. We have other teams that are down individual players, but the first team really out is only T1, which isn't looking good, especially for grand finals. All right, guys, we'll see where the next fight is going to break out or what's going to happen here.
And I don't think they're serving cookies.
I know, Tristan. It's good to have you here. Welcome. This is APAC North, by the way.
Enemy over there.
All right, in just a moment, we'll be sure to catch up to see where the next fight is going to break out. Don't forget to leave a like. If you enjoy anything that you see, that you enjoy what you're saying, let me know who are you rooting for. Let me know in chat, especially because these are, you know, again, somebody mentioned chat, super fans who are really watching APAC North at this time of hour. Who are you guys excited to see? We do have FLK in the center here. They do have to keep their positioning and keep it together. Reignite is not far behind, so we'll keep a close eye on each of these teams. You got Reignite, who's doing quite well. Fennel, Korea, and then Crazy Raccoon has got a nice centerpiece. We'll keep pinging between these two. Let's take a look. Who is the current kill leader? Ice Cream. Ice Cream right now is the current kill leader.
Enemy over there. We could check out here.
His teams are holding. We're waiting for their position.
Let's explore this way.
Reignite connecting a bit of damage here. 44 damage in. 788 always positive in hand with the longbow. Give this man a sniper, he'll create an opening for your team. This is why Reignite has always been so consistent. Their Pathfinder always lands an immense amount of damage. Reignite should be very proud of their Pathfinder and the work that he puts in. You don't see a whole lot of Pathfinders able to maintain that level of consistency. I think the two teams we need to worry about right now are Reignite as well as FLK, and we'll keep a close eye between these two teams because they are also our top two. Let's take a look. Fennel? Where are they getting their shots from a distance here? What is happening? Looks like they made a little bit of sneaky play right up, but they are flying right back. All they did was manage to get one team out, but all they did was just kind of go for a poke. So it looks like it was on a rat. So not a massive play, but still a play nonetheless. And we do see another team rotating in. Let's go back over to, excuse me, Reignite, who's rotating on the side side. Sun Sisters is fighting as well, but I also want to make sure we're keeping on the key stars right now, who are, if they go out early, then it puts the potential prize on the other teams. FLK, if they go out now, they're not going to get enough points to go for match point early on. So now they're getting picked on. They got to maintain their consistency. Let's see if another team decides to really break out. Reignite does have the low ground here, as well as FLK from their angle. We'll switch over to Magical in just a moment, but I think FLK is going to be... Are they going to go out here? They have very limited time and little space, and there's multiple fights that are all going to break out. It's kind of the unfortunate part that happens with a Battle Royale. And there we go. There's some of the early damage that you're seeing, getting that team to back off. Let's take a look at Reignite's POV. They see the other angle. You see where that team is located that they're picking on there? They have two different angles. They have this team there and this team. They both have angles on them. It's just a matter of can he connect his shots if he just keeps moving just a little bit. As long as he doesn't get caught out of position too much. There we go. Some of the early shots that they're looking for. They're just trying to move in their butts just right into the zone. Once they manage to connect some of these shots, and he's deciding to rotate right back out.
We could check out here.
See what they decide to do. We still have 16 squads. This is okay. Setup. This is what you're going to see, guys. The setup, you got a minute left. We have the north side, which is going to break out into a lot of fights. You have also the south side. Crazy Raccoon has a fight here with A2. There's going to be a fight with FLK. There's going to be a fight with Reignite. And everyone's going to have to push towards the center in just a moment. So it's just going to be a matter of who's going to make the entry right now. But in 45 seconds, it's going to be a bloodbath. And we'll do our best to hold on to the three main teams that are in currently first, second, and third. But like I said, it's gonna be really hard, guys. At this point, it's just a matter of who's going to decide to int first. As you can tell, we're just trying to keep all three POVs because all three fights are all going to break out in less than 30 seconds. Here's the initial play over to Crazy Raccoon. We have Ras. Let's take a look how Selly's going to back them up because he's waiting here at the off angle. They're going to push in. We also need to take a look as well at Reignite here in just a moment. But Crazy Raccoon about to get pushed in. We're keeping a close eye on our top three teams, and there's a crypto ult out, and all they can do is just re-heal on this. They have limited time. They have 5 seconds to make a play. Let's make sure we're not missing any other action here. Reignite getting into a fight, but rotating out. FLK has limited time in terms of rotation, and here we go with Crazy Raccoon making a push in at their angle. Like I said, we're going to have all these teams all fight out all at the same time, and it's just a matter of who's going to instigate the main fight first. This is a commentator's nightmare, quite literally, as we keep an eye on three different teams. And here we go, Reignite rotating right behind a team here. Makes a push in. The bubble has gone out. Reignite not looking pretty positive here, but they could clean this up. Does find an off angle. Can he find their positioning and their footing? Does take a bit of damage to switch over to POV from Dizzy, and they managed to clean it up. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon as they're taking an off angle here fighting. Reignite had a really solid fight there. And let's take a look at Ras as he reloads. Let's take a look how Selly's going to back him up at this off angle. The bubble has gone down to find some positioning. FLK looked like they went out. It looks like, yeah, FLK did go out, but we're literally seeing multiple fights. Everyone's fighting all at once. Crazy Raccoon here. Constant gunfire. Selly holding his ankle, holding this positioning, getting some Arcstar crashes there. At least they're going into play and they're keeping it close together. With A2 eSports rolling up right behind, so it's just a matter of do we switch to A2? Let's take a look at A2. A2 on the low ground there. Crazy Raccoon taking an off angle here, trying to find some positioning and an angle. They're rotating right behind. Let's see if they can get this cleanup. Ras is reloading. While he's reloading, let's take a look at Selly as he hops over the flames and comes right in through. He just needs one more shot to connect here, and there he goes. He is out. So let's take a look at Reignite's POV here. as well. So Reignite has the low ground. And let's take a look at Vanity, who is also the current kill leader. And actually, just a moment once Reignite disengages from this fight, though. What a nightmare that we just saw, ladies and gentlemen. What a nightmare. Let's take a look. Fennel also getting into a firefight. They do have the port back and forth. They're trying to go for the res. They're trying to recover this, but the zone... Oh, there they go. It comes right through. And he's going to start burning. He's burning the Burning Man. Apologize, misclicked on that positioning there, but we're back on the camera and the action. And he has gone out. Sengoku does knock them out. So Crazy Raccoon does have a little bit of time to reconvene in the loot. We'll keep an eye on Reignite and Crazy Raccoon because they're second and third place teams right now. See how much Reignite can keep this together. Don't forget to hydrate, ladies and gentlemen. Drinking water while switching the camera. Isn't that skills right there? Here we go. Crazy Raccoon making a really ballsy play here. They do have him flying up in the air. Ras does connect a lot of his shots. Look at that tracking. Absolutely beautiful. Wasn't enough, unfortunately, to finish him off. I wonder how Sully was going to help him clean that up. Let's switch over to Reignite, who is picking on a team right down below. There's some of the initial damage with the longbow. Does manage to smack him upside the head and get that knock. Reignite 788 doing really solid work, as he always does. Let's see if they rotate right down below. There's a few of those shots. They have to be very, very careful. You see the team right down below. Let's see how much positioning they can have as they decide to rotate here. They have very little bit of little time and very little space. So the team that's currently up top right there, it looks like it's LFT, which is Lemonade. They got their Lemonade stand. Oh, wait a minute. What's Reignite doing? Reignite just pushed right into that. They did not respect their space whatsoever. I didn't think they're actually going to push on that. Okay. All right, I see you. That's fine. It's definitely respectable. I understand. I get it. It makes sense why they would do that. I didn't think they were going to go for it, though. So that was my bad on that. But listen, sometimes even I have the call, and sometimes I don't even get it always right. I knew they had the positioning, but I didn't think they were just going to full send it. But it definitely paid off. It paid off in a big way. So we got Reignite and Crazy Raccoon. See how they keep this angle. These are our top two teams. Reignite has 30 points. Crazy Raccoon has 30 points. Neck and neck right now. And they're both in the top 4 situation. This could be a team already at match point. Could you imagine if the next round this already goes and we declare a champion really early? I highly doubt that's going to happen, but hey, we've seen crazier things. Reignite's got an angle. Let's take a look at Sully, what they're going to do. They see the team over on the left. They know it's Reignite. They have very little time. They got to wait for zone. The team up top has... I mean, everybody's going to have to move, realistically. Everyone's going to have to move, even the team over on the far left. As they go for a lot of the shots there. Running the flatline. Flatline has been making a bigger presence. Trying to connect as much as they can, but not take too much damage. The zone is closing. We have a minute, 27 seconds until we see who the next winner is of the round. And here we go, rotating. Looks like Reignite does have 788 down. Or excuse me, Crazy Raccoon has 788 down from Reignite. This is looking pretty positive for them. All they got to do is keep this composure and keep it together. They see the team up high, duking it out, and he's absolutely frying. Sully is absolutely popping off there with a lot of damage. Sully's winning the hearts of everyone watching. He's going for the slide, taking his angle, taking his positioning. And there we have it, looking like it's going to go to Crazy Raccoon. There's only a few people alive. And there it goes. Crazy Raccoon takes the next game. That should lead them up to match point, I believe. That's gonna. This is looking pretty solid on their part. Very solid. Crazy Raccoon, look at that. If they win the next round, could you imagine? I think this literally puts them up to match point. Quite literally. All right, game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4. That's pretty crazy. A lot of fights. Like I said, it was massive there. Everything just kind of broke out into utter chaos. Pretty solid place. All right, I just want to catch up with chat. Let you guys know that I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Hopefully you're enjoying what you see. Let's take them. How many points did Crazy Raccoon? They had 4, 2, so 6, 9, plus 12. Yeah, that should put them up to match point. match point there, ladies and gentlemen, for Crazy Raccoon. What does APAC stand for? Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific, my man. That's what it stands for. Let's see here. All right. Going into the next round, I'll be sure to connect. We'll break down the scoreboard in just a moment. Game 4. We can be here a long time tonight. Because listen, Crazy Raccoon could be match point, which is what we're seeing right now. But at the same time, they could literally not win all night for that. That could be their only win for the night. And if that is, well, it's not going to be too good. They definitely need to maintain consistency here. All right, Crazy Raccoon is match point eligible. That's one of the most important things here. If they win this next round, that's it. They take it. They take the dub. They take the win. Let's see here. Let me make sure that we're all up to date. Pulling up APAC North. Okay, we're good. All right, once the scores are updated, we'll break everything down for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about everything that's happening on the scoreboard, and we'll be underway. If you're enjoying what you see on the stream, don't forget to leave a like, showing your support. Appreciate all of you guys for watching, and excited to have all of you guys here. All right, and we're underway. Hopefully all of you guys are enjoying what you see. We'll keep a close on the action from Selly's POV. Because, I mean, if they're match point, this is their game. This is their moment to run away with this tournament and really clutch it out. This is their moment. Game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Once Game 3 total points are all accounted for and up to date, I mean, we'll be right in it. We'll be right in it. Blood, it's great to have you here, by the way. Let's give a shout out for everyone here. Don't forget to leave a like, show your support. Luffy, Fleur, good to have you. JM. Humberto, Bloodchart, great to have you. Bloodchart over from Twitch, I believe, right? We used to be one of my viewers back over there. Arky, great to have you. Matcha, Rise, all of you guys, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Even typing a chat. Let me know who. Did you see a bunch of teams dying out of ring? Yes, I did. All that pressure. We were just keeping. I'm trying to keep the narrative. So if you're just tuning in, this is the narrative that I want to keep. I know there's going to be a lot of fights happening on the outside, but whenever I like to cast grand finals, if a team is on match point, in my eyes, as well as the viewer's eyes, that team is the most important to keep eyes on. If they are in the lobby, they can win the overall tournament. Just want to understand that. They can literally win the overall tournament. So we have to watch them. Because if they are caught out and they lose, well, that's kind of it. GLL having 16 games over 2 days is way better. Well, leading up to it, remember they led up with 3 total days before they went into the top 20 teams. They had day 1, 2, and 3 in terms of total points. And this is their moment just in case a team is too far behind to see what they can pull together to maintain consistency on the final day. Apologize if I seemed a little bit tired initially when we started the stream. I had just woken up. Maybe for aggressive pushes, potentially. Octane has definitely been a lot more viable in tournaments as of late, and he's been traded out for Wraith. APAC South. I've actually seen tournaments end in 5 games with match point, meaning if Crazy Raccoon wins this next round, that's it. So you may see them. Yeah, we do our best to capture the action. Again, like I mentioned before, it'll get really crazy. Make sure to @ you 1 second. All right. All right. So yeah, like I mentioned, we'll do our best to capture all the action, that we're not missing anything. But when it gets really crazy at the end there, I painted the narrative. I gave you a heads up that it's going to get absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Don't you have to play 6 games? You don't. Whenever on this format, when you're in finals, a team has to get up to 50 total points, and then all they need to do is win. That's it. That's all they have to do once they're at that level and at that stage. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and let's break that down. Okay. So now we have the scoreboard here. Crazy Raccoon, 51 points. Reignite not far behind, so they just need kind of just an okay round just to really pop off here. We do have FLK with 35 points, but as you can tell, if they win one more round, if they win round 4, 5, or 6, that's it. They win the overall tournament. That's a huge game for them overall. Let's see if they manage to maintain that level of consistency. That's really the question that's on everybody's mind right now. Can they get another win? So you may not see them go for any more high kill games. They just have to win. Quite literally. That's all they need. They just need to win. Blood, thank you so much for becoming name trainer. Great to have you back, buddy. Match point means once they are match point and they win again, they win the overall tournament. They will take place. They will be our new champions for APAC North. All right, let's talk about the format, though. This could be the next round. This could be it, essentially. Believe it or not, as crazy as that is. I mean, it feels like we just got started all together here. But if Crazy Raccoon wins the next round, they'll take away the whole tournament. If every lobby or everybody in the lobby could be gunning for them, by the way. They could want to take them out early so the tournament can continue, but once multiple teams like Reignite, Crazy Raccoon, all of them are at match point, well, that's going to be a make and break for everyone. And who is going to be match point. So the format, if you're just tuning in and watching, any tips for getting to Apex casting or for smaller tournaments? I have no idea, actually. I don't necessarily have a lot of tips for that. I kind of stumbled upon this myself. I just have a really big passion for it. It's just been a whole lot of fun to do. But remembering how crazy movement, I think is a good choice. I agree. I agree. Apparently 788 is pronounced Tama. Tama? All right. We'll learn something new every day. Where am I from? I'm from the United States right now, so it's actually almost 1 in the morning here. Almost 1 in the morning. All right, so we took a look at the scoreboard. We broke things down. We should be going into the next round here in just a moment. Everyone looks like they're ready. We also have another casting team that's watching and taking place from all their POV. Yo, streamer, how do you count team points? So team points are added up by their placement and overall kills. So let's say, for example, first place gets, because this is the actual format, first place gets 12 points, second place gets 9 points, third place gets 7 points, fourth place gets 5 points, fifth place gets 4 points, and then every elimination and so forth based on that format gets a point as well. So they're tallying up all the points, and we're keeping an eye on where everyone is kind of located on the scoreboard and leaderboard. And right now, because Crazy Raccoon, because of their overall score, has placed above 50 total points. So let's break that down. Let's talk about those points, actually, just to give you guys an understanding why they're at match point and why they only need one more game. So in game 1, they got 18th place with 5 points. So it's 6 right there. Because if you get, actually no, that's 5 total points because they didn't reach 15th place. Second place is 7 plus 6. And of course, first place is 12 plus 9. Now, what you're probably asking, where do they get the other numbers? Well, leading up through all the days, they get a little bit of a bump if they manage to get more points. Let's say throughout day 1, 2, and 3, depending on their placement. They placed really high, and so they got an additional bump going into the final day. So you want to perform well leading up to this. Do you think other teams will contest Crazy Raccoon's landmark? Let's see. We'll have to find out. Let's just take a look. We'll see where they, but we all know they land sorting. Everyone knows that. So who's going to be the one just to full-on send them and try to get them out of the lobby? Well, that's going to be the question. We'll keep an eye and we'll take a look to see who's going to push them out. If anybody. If anything, they might just play it respectfully. The Metal Nightmare, great to have you here. Yo, first time here, who are you? Well, I'm a caster here for Apex Legends. My channel, I also cover guides, tutorials, but for today, we're covering APAC North Global Series, or excuse me, Apex Legends Global Series APAC North Championship. Right now, there's a lot of money on the line, the total prize pool, 2.5 million. So, not a small prize pool to look at whatsoever. You know, obviously, that gets distributed between all the regions. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. Let's turn on highlights and see where they all go. So here we go. If they don't win the next game, they'll keep playing and playing, and other teams will get more match point, and it matters who's going to win. And inevitably, as we keep going, well, we're going to find out who the overall winner is. Okay, it looks like I think the teams are respecting Crazy Raccoon despite them being at match point. Nobody's contesting them. But it will change how teams decide to make a play and make a push. It's interesting how they have opted away from the Wraith, and it's actually been, I think it's been a positive decision, because it did get them on height from where they were at before. If they didn't have the Octane, I don't know if they would have had the optimal positioning. They're running Octane, Bloodhound, and Gibraltar has been a pretty big play. So this could be the last round from what we're seeing here. Potentially. We'll just have to see what happens.
Volt SMG here.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Alright, let's see if any fights are breaking out right now. We're just make sure to capture the action. Of course, I'm keeping a close eye on Crazy Raccoon because they honestly... We could watch a lot of fights that break out, but if I see a fight between Crazy Raccoon and another team, I will highlight Crazy Raccoon because they're a match point. It just matters a lot more how they're going to perform and what they're going to do right now. Because if they get it early, that opens up the rest of the lobby. The tension, everyone else being nervous of who's going to take the overall placement, less to worry about. Reignite, even then, if they win match point, Reignite has to perform well. They want second place. Let's see if T1 is able to get some gold armor out of this. Parka cleaning things up here. See if any fights are breaking out, anything happening. We have Jupiter Vega going for a rotation over on A2 eSports. That's a bit of an early rotation from what we see.
I saw someone, and I don't think they're selling cookies.
So to see if we have any angles and any positioning here as they rotate right behind A2. I don't think they're aware that they are there. We can see them, but they can't. Jupiter Vega just rotating into zone. I think this is going to be, if I had to put my money on this, it's probably going to be a skyhook ending. Potentially going to be a skyhook ending. And look at SG going for the low ground here right underneath the team right above, which is A2 eSports. They do have height. Everyone's rotating in. So Crazy Raccoon has a long rotation in. Let's take a look at multiple teams. We do have a team G8, good 8 squad. Flying right through the sky. Finding their angles and finding their positioning. And here they go. They take the little cafe. They're just going to chill and vibe. There's no reason to really fight. Everyone has their spot. I don't think that North Epsilon is going to contest them on this. They do have a pretty good spot overall. Aren't you tired, man? Yeah, well, I woke up. I thought we were going to start a little later for today, but I apologize that we missed game 1, so that is my bad. So I apologize to all of you guys when you watch this as a VOD. That's my bad. But, you know, the plus is that we're here and we're having a great time. I know from YouTube's side, I guarantee nobody wants to hear me apologize, so we'll just kind of get back in the games, you know? But just know if you're watching, and when this is the VOD right now, I'm chatting with people live, you know? That just know that I appreciate the fact that you guys have been so supportive. It means a whole lot. And here we go. FLK does have height, and that's looking pretty solid. They do have an angle here. Here they come running the Gibraltar right in. He does get hit by the ult, but it's not enough. A2 is now, or Fennel, looking pretty solid here. They go for the cleanup in SGK. I think they got shot in the roof by A2 from a whole nother angle, if I'm not mistaken. FLK is looking really sharp there. SGK at a whole nother angle over here. And that's not looking good. So for team we can engage Chris, agreed. I hope. We'll see if how much spacing they decide to give Crazy Raccoon. Here's Sun Sister God going for a fight. We'll switch back over to Sun Sister God. 2 seconds. You're going to see a little bit of lag. I just want to bring up my notes, make sure I'm rotating on the right team. Sorry about that lag. So right now we're looking at Sun Sister God. But we'll keep a close eye as well as Crazy Raccoon. So right now, they have decided to opt away from the fight, but Orthros Fang, I don't think they realize, but there's going to be everyone on every floor. It's like a giant hotel of teams. Quite literally. Uh-oh, and here they come. They're coming up top. Do they have enough time to position? This is not good. Oh, man, they see them right there on that level. It's like, housekeeping. Housekeeping showing up. Right up above. They need to be very careful not to engage too early, but at least they're able to recover and heal on this. Orthros Fang does have the low ground here. Let's make sure any other fights that are taking place. Crazy Raccoon, who is our key roster right now. Let's take a look at where they're at. We'll go back. Okay, they have the south side over here. With RC, I wonder if they're going to get gated there. We'll go back to Fang. Take a look at their POV. I don't know if they're actually going to fight. It seems like they're deciding to play this little passive here. Once they get the scan right back out, I mean, they could go up. No team has technically been knocked fully out. We have 20 teams left. 58 participants in the lobby. We see the bounce back and forth. We have RC here kind of gating them out. Well, let me get their camera POV so we can switch right back and forth to it.
Let's go this way.
This is with Eclair's team here, but I think they're giving Crazy Raccoon the breathing room. So as you can tell, Crazy Raccoon is just trying to see if they can win this game. They're not going for any pushes or plays. They're mostly going for the dub. They're going for the big win. Going into Game 4, I wonder how much. Is it going to end here? Is this the last game of the day? Oh, Reignite getting into an early fight. Let's take a look at that POV. They managed to get a wingman shot on... Who did they manage to hit? I think they managed to get that from a distance there. We got our fingers ready on all 3 teams in rotation. Crazy Raccoon, Reignite, and Orthros Fang from right down below. But right now we do have a team rotating on the north side. Potentially RXR Clover could run into a fight there. Yeah, they're most likely going to get into a fight. We'll switch over to Crazy Raccoon if anything gets crazy, as well as Fang. I have my finger on the trigger, ready to switch. And this is just a matter of time to see how this will play out. They push up. Eclair does have a little bit of an angle here. Their armor situation is not looking perfect. It could definitely be better. It could definitely be better. But it's not the end of the world because they do have time and space to rotate. So it looks like they're deciding to go for the rotation, switch over from Crazy Raccoon. And they're going for the scan. Look at this. Look at this congestion over on the left side of the map. Look at that. So Crazy Raccoon does have to push in. We have FL on the bottom as well as LFT. And the most damage that's been done in the lobby has only been from the crypto team. With FLK, I mean, there's only been a few people that have died in the lobby. And everyone is playing this very, very smart. So now it's just a matter of time and positioning of what we're going to see. Reignite. Okay, wait a minute. Reignite getting a shot from a distance here. Well, that's normal. They're kind of oh, there we go. Looks like he got the first kill on A2. On height here. They're just looting the box now that they've lost one of their teammates. Orthros Fang is still located right down below. They have the enemy drone right outside their building. Now it's just a matter of who's going to engage next. This is not the normal for APAC North. There's such a level of respect that we're seeing. Team Unite does have the bottom part here. Now it's just a matter of how they're going to rotate in. If they're going to be contested. This would be crazy if they let them have this. Okay, Crazy Raccoon getting into an early fight here. Now they just got to hold and wait. They did recover from this. But I think Crazy Raccoon's biggest play here is just waiting for the right opportunity to strike. Oh, they're going for a push up on top of the building. But is that going to be the play? This is a risky play here. This is a risky play. They got to block that door down. They need to close that door. They need to be very careful. Okay, and they did find a spot. Everyone is in this building. Look at this. Look at that, man. Everyone is in that building right now. It's definitely a New York City building, to say the least. Let's see if any teams are really going to fight, though. Oh, Gibraltar comes out from the backside, opens up the door saying, hello, Gibraltar at the door. Actually, that actually works. That line works. Actually surprised that it does. Gibraltar at the door. That's actually one of his lines. Let's counter scan out. Let's see what happens here. Constantly pinging, aware that there's a lot of teams. Fang right up one floor. Reignite at a whole different angle here. We do have RXR Clover potentially breaking out into a fight. We do see them at the cross here, taking some initial shots. That is DAIKIN's roster, and they're going to queue in. There's not going to be any space for them, but they could definitely fight for what they believe is best. Somebody did travel through there recently. That is actually going to be DAIKIN's team. A lot of amazing teams, what you're seeing for here today, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's just a matter of time and patience of what we see underway. There's the port. I wonder if he's going for the kidnap. Or actually he's going for positioning. He sees the team over on the left, decides, oh, wait a minute. Someday right. Not going for that. That ain't worth it. And takes an immediate port back, but they're going to take the crypto ult right to the face. And right now all the teams in the center don't seem to be fighting. Let's take a look at the current kill leader, and we'll switch right back. So it looks like it's Fennel Korea who has the most amount of damage. We'll go back over to RXR Clover. Looks like they managed to get a knock. Who got the knock? Kanata did? Kanata with a charge rifle. He had an angle. I didn't even realize he had an angle there, but we'll hold here. We'll wait. There it is. 30 damage. Can he get him with the Arc Star? And it looks like he is going to be going down. That's a 3v2 situation. Or 3v1, excuse me. I know math. I can count. That's 2 people. It's actually 1. All right. Now we see the first team has gone out. FL is making a rotation on the south side of the map, getting into a fight potentially. Fennel and LFT. Let's see if they manage to get into a fight. Crazy Raccoon sitting in the center here. Getting constantly picked on for the most part. And we see Orthros just 1 floor up from Crazy Raccoon. So any team that they do fight, there is a conglomerate here. There's still 19 squads. This is abnormal for APAC North. And then it's going to be really difficult to commentate over. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen is that every team is going to get pushed out, and it's just going to be chaos. Utter chaos, ladies and gentlemen, will ensue in the lobby once it all takes place. Get myself a water. Everyone's renting over here. We got Crazy Raccoon paying a pretty high price. It looks like the real estate space costs about $2,000 a month. Orthros Fang has a little bit of better view, so their cost per month is around $4,000. And of course, the team all the way up top, I don't know if I can get my click on them, Northeption is paying upwards of $10,000 a month just to live within this hotel. And trust me, when the landlord comes by, it's like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, shove it, pay me rent. You'll get your rent when he fixes this door. Usually what we're waiting for here. Let's see if we have any fights. So here we go. Team Unite. Are they going to throw their ultimate up top? Is AT eSports going to break into a fight? Actually, speaking of door, is that front door actually broken? Okay, no, it's not. Hey, at least it's fixed. Good reason to pay me rent. Pay rent. By the way, that's from Spider-Man 2, if you're ever curious. Great movie. Actually, is this Spider-Man 3? Spider-Man 3, whenever they're asking for rent. Great movie. Well, Spider-Man 3, not so much great. Wait a minute. Hold up. What is A2 Esports breaking into here? Oh, they're just getting picked. There's not really much of a fight. That's just getting shot from everyone in the lobby. Look at this poor man, Karma. Definitely feeling the karma on this one. Getting shot, dodging. I'm Neo. I am the one. Who, what, where? That's Nicolas Cage, but they do go out, and Sengoku does finish him off. Look at that. They got shot from everybody in the lobby. there's no survival there. There's just only death. And here we are in the lobby waiting for as things look. What is? I have never seen. Gosh, why? Why is there so many people in this building? Like this is crazy. North is on the north of the. My gosh, look at this. From every which way, you got Crazy Raccoon one floor, Orthros the other one, and then we have the team right above. That's insane. That's super rare. You'd never see that. Oh, Crazy Raccoon making a rotation. Oh, this is a ballsy play. They're going for the push already? Really? Oh, look, he just runs up a Gibraltar. He said he didn't have the rent, but he's going to take the real estate from over here. Reignite. My gosh, going out pretty early here. Now they got a 3v2. Who said that they weren't going to play aggro? I know I said that. Listen, they just full sent that team. My God. They didn't want to be caught in that building. No sirree, Bob. And Reignite is rolling out saying, I'm out. 788, trying to find a whole different angle. That Gibraltar just got run up on. His whole life flashed before his eyes. He saw himself as a child, and everything just flashed right before him. He's like, how did I get here? Who am I? There's a lot of zips at least, a lot of height, a lot of angles. This is looking pretty good for Crazy Raccoon as long as they wait. This is most likely, I've seen this ending, and this is going to pull right here in this open spot right there. I'm only pulling up the map because there are no other fights that are really breaking out. Let's take a look to RXR Clover. Speaking of fights, Commentator's Curse. FL getting into a fight, but I guess we'll hold on RXR Clover just so we don't miss the fight. I know there's a shot. I believe it's from a distance on FL, though. Let's take a look. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it is, actually. Hold on. T1 getting into a fight here? Question mark? Are they actually going to make a play? Are they actually going to get into a fight? Are you making me a liar? By the time I switch POVs, are you going to make me mad? Please don't make me mad. Get into a fight or not. One of the two. And there it is. There's the push up. They're getting into the fight. They didn't make me a liar. Thank you so much, T1, for cleaning this up. I mean, FL's probably really mad about it, but listen, I just got to capture the action. The fans want it. They want the action. And there they go, recovering. FL does have still one more in the round. FLK going for a big rotation. They have themselves a Krabby Boy, a Krabby Patty. Let's see what they do if they're going to bounce up the wall. Can he hit a massive no-scope for us, ladies and gentlemen? Can they do it? Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. They're doing okay. They're looking pretty good. There's a massive breakout in the building overall. FL is down to 1. Momon just holding on for dear life. And this is where it gets chaotic, ladies and gentlemen. This is the nightmare. This is the bloodbath. See the squad count number? It's going to go from 18 to around 10 within a few seconds. I promise you, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. There's only so many teams that we're going to be able to keep an eye on. The whole lobby, and there is one other team out. 1 team, 2 team, 3 team. Crazy Raccoon trying to capitalize on everything they see. Let's take a look. So 3 teams are out. It's absolute nightmare. Let's say Team Unite does have height here, so they're going to pick on them from down below. Are they going to hold? What are they going to do? We have to really predict where is this chaos going to take place. Flora also has the ultimate height here. How is there 15 teams alive in this circle? This is a 5th zone. What is happening? You're making my job harder. How am I going to predict what the heck is going to happen next? Look how many people are in this building. It's literally a nightmare. Reignite just kind of chilling on for dear life. All I feel like I could do is just toggle the camera and wait for the right fight to really break out. Okay, FLK and Crazy Raccoon, we'll keep an eye on you guys. Or if another team, who's kill leader? Who's got the most kills? So it's FLK. Okay, FLK, keep it together. Can you guys keep this momentum going? If you guys are kill leader, you have the most kills. I'm going to take a look. See match stats. FLK has the most kills in the lobby, so we'll keep an eye on them. But, I mean, this is going to be very difficult. I mean, they have a graveyard of boxes in here. There's 20 seconds. 20 seconds with 15 teams. I don't think I've seen this. When was the last time I've seen this amount of teams in this? Like, what is this? I'm just gonna have to keep spamming who the kill leader is. And there's some of the initial shots right down below. We're just gonna hold on this because it's gonna be an absolute nightmare. Oh, there they go. They're fighting right above. We'll switch back and forth between Crazy Raccoon and FLK because they're the kill leaders right now. Selly trying to keep it together, trying to keep it hot and spicy. Trying not to get overzealous, not trying to get too greedy. Let's take a look at FLK right here in the building, bouncing between these 2 POVs. This number of teams is gonna drop from 14 down to like 5 within a few seconds. I promise you guys. See if you can manage to get one of these Krabby Boys. Get the Krabby Patty. What's the secret formula? Oh, yeah, I feel like that could have been a solid shot. Crazy Raccoon is on height. They're looking pretty solid as long as nobody runs up on them. And within the cafe and within the building, look at the number of teams that are about to just go all out right now. Oh my gosh, no. What? No, oh no. I'm so mad. I wanted to see that shot. I'm so mad. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. He did manage to get that Kraber shot. I was just trying to capture the kill leader. What's happening here? Selly has the high ground right now, switching back over to FLK. I do apologize for that. I'm really mad about that. I'm mad at myself. Leave a like if you're mad at me, because I'm mad. I was just making sure that hit the wrong keybind and I switched over from the POV. This is the beauty of commentating and controlling the camera and doing every which thing and trying to predict everything that's happening. The joy is the fun. We have 9 squads remaining, 6 zone. I don't know how that happens. FLK as well as Crazy Raccoon, but they did have their angle. Oh, okay, that's all right. I'll try to live with the shame. I'll live with the shame, chat. Put in chat shame. Just shame. I mean, we saw the lineup, and I came right back in those boxes. Maybe they just poofed into boxes, right, chat? Maybe that's all that happened. They just poofed into boxes. Poof, boxes. Look at that. Look at that jump pad. They have the ultimate height as long as they don't get picked on. All right, well, this is about to become an absolute mess. They have very limited time, really, to worry about here. Jupiter Vega has a great opportunity. They are in the center of the zone, but the question is Crazy Raccoon going to see them, and are they going to respond to the call? This could be their... I mean, the fact that they're in the top 7, this could be also their game. This could be huge for them. And there they go, burning. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? FLK getting a nice Kraber shot, and they are rotating on the height over on the other side of the map here, and there's the bubble. They are contesting... Looks like Crazy Raccoon. They're going to be throwing their ultimate out on them. They're going to have to hold on and heal for dear life. Crazy Raccoon has the ultimate height here. As long as they hold, they just have to hold. We'll just watch their POV at this point. Oh my gosh. And there they go, taking the jump right on them. Can Crazy Raccoon clutch this out? They do have the positioning. They are going for the armor swap. They are reloading. There's only 4 squads remaining. They do have the ultimate height. They do see where all the remaining teams are located. There's a team right down below. This is not looking good for Crazy Raccoon, though. This is better positioning for the other teams. They have limited time. They have limited space. They have to hold on for as long as possible. And they do see the cleanup right down below. Can they clean this quickly? Can it be quick? Zetter is mopping it up and spraying and praying. The Oxstars are out. Is this going to go to Crazy Raccoon? Is this already going to be the tournament? They just got to keep it together. Keep it clean. Only Raz, can he clutch it out for the last tournament here? It's a 1v1. He's got the zip, and unfortunately it does go out, and it goes to Jupiter Vega. Wow, what a round. That actually could have been Crazy Raccoon. He took too much zone damage. He took too much zone damage. Literally, that could have been the end of the whole tournament. Literally, that could have been it. Oh, wow. That was so close. I could tell the mistake that he made. He was feeling the pressure. He just made a complete mistake there. Very close. We'll go on to game 5 here. Wow. That was close. Going on to game 5. Oh man, that means like a lot of teams are going to push for a match point there. That was so close. They don't need any points. That was their game. Oh, I could just feel, I could almost feel Rass's hand just shaking there. Literally shaking. That was so close. Oh man. I feel for them at that moment. He took the zip. If he did not take that zip, it took that extra zone damage, he would have had it. That would have been it. That would have been it. That was almost the end of the tournament right then and there. Quite literally, we almost watched it happen right then. Oh, so that's it. That was extremely close. But let's go on to the next round, ladies and gentlemen, and see what happens. Game 5. I mean, I felt... Oh, man, I felt that for Rass right there. I don't think they... All he needed to do is not... It's just to wait. I don't know. He just didn't need to take the zip. That's the only mistake. The only mistake. Everything else there went perfectly. It went beautifully up until that point. Wow, that's crazy. I'm speechless there. I'm speechless. Oh man. Leave a like if you're rooting for them, but that's super close. All right, well, we're gonna have to see when was Watson meta? Probably like 5 seasons ago. I don't know, man. I'm actually upset for them. That's just so close. It was literally down to the wire, just between those two teams. I could just everyone in the lobby is just kind of like holding on for dear breath, hoping that they don't clutch it out. That man probably had like what 20, 30 HP. That was it. That was all they needed. It's just that zip when he took the extra damage. Like, if they went through the VOD, it was like, why did you take the zip? I don't know if he was trying to buy himself a little bit more time, if he's just looking for an angle, what it was, but man, let's take a look. Is the POV still up from what we're seeing? Let's take a look. I know a lot of you guys are also watching. Be sure to leave a like. Gosh, it was so close. I'm there with you guys. That it was very close and very intense from what we're seeing overall. All right, but everyone is piling into the lobbies. We're looking at, like, if we break down what happened at the last few minutes, Crazy Raccoon had the height, they had the angle, and we did miss, unfortunately, that one little Kraber shot there that was just like, you know, just drove me crazy. But the fact that they managed just to keep their composure as much as possible is just insane. It's just insane, and we did hold on to Crazy Raccoon, watching them, seeing it as they had height and they're maintaining their angle. But looking back, really understanding what happened here and the story, the narrative of what we see, it's just crazy. It's absolute crazy. But we're looking at here, I mean, they had, the Crazy Raccoon was just, even though they had a really big uphill battle there, but they rotated out from that really tough spot with the real estate they had from the hotel building that they had, and they were just making sure that they found their spacing and found their angle. So that could have been the tournament right there. That could have been the game and the overall spot. So we are having the last one here. Let me get this guy out. Let's see here. 2 seconds. Here. I don't know how he's still, why he's still there, but it's okay. But nonetheless, as we recap, you know, they really had the optimal spot. Do you think, hon? You okay? Okay. No, I'm okay. I'm all right. Actually, more water. Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. So when we look at what we saw Crazy Raccoon there, they were really close. Selly did go down a little early, but he made the play early on, and they had every which angle to really clutch this out. And so I'm trying to look at the VOD and look back to see where Ras made, it was a micro mistake, quite literally. It was a micro mistake. Oh, I don't think he took the damage there. If he just kind of held it, the zip just kind of took him out of position. It was really tight. It was really close. Really close. I don't think they should be really upset from what happened or what they're doing. It's just a matter of just going again. We go again. That's really the mantra that we have here, is we go again. Okay, so the scoreboard is being updated. We'll see what additional teams are on match point. That was so close. So the only team now still match point eligible is Crazy Raccoon, from what we're seeing, until this all gets updated. But once we go into the next round, that's going to change up dramatically. Unfortunately, Reignite is not match point in this round, so it's just going to be a matter. Thank you, sweetheart. It's going to be a matter of time. All right, we'll make sure to keep hitting refresh, and once we get the updated scoreboard, we'll be sure to give you guys a play-by-play. But the only team currently, as we've been notified, that is match point, looks like it is still just Crazy Raccoon. They had a lot of points there. They have so many points. They're doing so well, and they're playing so consistently. When you look at the score here, Crazy Raccoon in first place with 70. Match point, Reignite with 48, FLK with 44, Flora with 36, Ice Cream 35, FL and 30, T1 28, Unite 27. And really, who's running with the lobby? They just need one more win. Look at this consistency. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. The consistency that they're bringing to the table. This is a team that's really shaping things up and absolutely popping off. We'll be sure to follow them. Keep close on the action to figure out, well, how is this all going to play out? That's really the question. That was a heck of a game. That was really close. Let's see if Crazy Raccoon can win this. They need one. They just need another game like that. Another game where Selly just went down a little too early, but it's hard to predict. I think they jumped down at the right opportunity that they needed to. They jumped down when they needed to. Maybe he could have landed a few more flatline shots, but you're not going to get any better from what Selly can bring to the table. The Zetter did miss one of the massive shots when he cut the corner, unfortunately. He did go down. If maybe he didn't cut the angle, or if he connected the shot, that would have changed everything there. And then Ras, whenever he kind of took the zip. So there was just small little adjustments, but I don't really think that's anything you can really practice on. They played together. They played their positioning. It's a little different when you have so much money in the line, literally at this caliber, with this amount of teams. It's crazy. Oh, he wanted to armor swap, but the zip was there. I'm sure. Oof. Oof. That's insane. Yeah, so they just need to win one more game to win. One more game. Be sure to get this other guy here. I'm not sure why he's still able to spam, unfortunately, in 2 seconds here. It says he's hidden on the channel. How is he still posting? That's actually the crazy part. He's actually hidden on the channel, but he's actually still able to post. That doesn't make any sense. If I... And then I'm going to hide. Okay. Is he just creating multiple accounts? Is that what's happening, Boss Guy? Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Appreciate Boss Guy for keeping up on him. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not really sure how he's managing to break through that. That's insane. This is an official tournament? Yes, there is a lot of money on the line. This is a grand finals. The grand finals. This is one of the last rounds here. But Misfire, it's great to have you here, man. Great to have you. I'm not really sure why the guy just... I guess he's creating multiple accounts and just constantly showcasing himself. But I trust you guys for keeping on. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are keeping on moderating the chat. Really means a whole lot. Going on to the next day here. Really big day. I like concerts. Good to have you here, bud. Good to have you. It's 1:27 in the morning and we're just kind of grinding away. And we're about to get started into the next round. Okay, here we go. Match 5. Let's see if they can keep it together. Yeah, they had their chance there. It was really close. It's going to be very frustrating. Could you imagine how Crazy Raccoon would feel if another team gets match point and wins when they had this much of a lead? You know? It's a hard format altogether. It's a very tough format. Because not only do you have to maintain your consistency, but now, I mean, outside of consistency, you just have to win. And that can be really, really hard, especially whenever you're fighting for the last spot here. All right. Crazy Raccoon, only team on match point right now. Reignite with 48 points, so we'll keep a close eye on Crazy Raccoon, and we'll be sure to keep the action there and what's going to take place. But a lot of teams could move up on this still. All right, be sure to leave a like if you're watching just to show your support. It's free. We've been casting nonstop this weekend. We went from Europe Took a nap, woke up. Apologize that we missed game 1, but the fact that all of you guys are here means the absolute world. At least we're capturing all the right action all at the right moments. Okay, they just got to keep it together, get those jitters out of the way. Get out of the way and get right back in there. Right now, who's winning is Crazy Raccoon. So right now it's just a matter of who's going to maintain it. So we're taking a look at Sully's rotation here. Let's make sure we're not missing any early fights from any other teams that are in the lobby. But it's going to be a team that we're going to keep a close eye on. They're going to see a lag for a second. I apologize for that. I'm just bringing something up. Boom. I just wanted to make sure I got my team listing. Crazy Raccoon, FLK, and Reignite are going to be the teams because they're in the top 3. Reignite only needs 1 kill and just placement, and boom, they're good. They just need to get Crazy Raccoon out of the lobby. That's going to be the goal for Reignite and FLK, that they need to get them out of the lobby as fast as possible. If they can identify who they are in the lobby, I guarantee you're going to see a bounty on their head. You will see a bounty. You will see people push onto them. Because Reignite only needs 2 points. It's not like they need a crazy game under their belt right now. They need to stop the momentum of them, or else they're going to lose first place. They have to be very careful of that. So game 5, you're just tuning in, just watching. This is APAC Legends Global Series Championship Grand Finals. Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say FLK rotating on a team already. I don't think they're aware. Junghee does have an alternator, doesn't have a sniper, but he can snipe with the alternator. You can definitely get some early damage on here. There goes the early crack. One more, and it's in the bag. Let's see if they can get one more. Remember, you've got to get teams above 50 points. 50 points, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking for. We're on game 5. Could potentially go into game 6 if Crazy Raccoon does not keep this together. FLK just needs 6 kills or just some solid placement. Maybe a few kills peppered in with placement. They don't need a whole lot. I mean, they don't need this to be the biggest game of the century, but they do need to hard grief and push out Crazy Raccoon. That really is the goal. Crazy Raccoon does have position. Look at this. You know what I love about Crazy Raccoon is that they'll still go for a play and go for a push. It doesn't matter if they're match point. They will go for the fight. They're not going to play scared. They're going to play this just as if they were playing any other round. They're going to play this just like any other team would, and looks like, look at this. Orthos Fang is just right here on the rotation here. Sun Sister's about to roll up on them. I don't think they're aware. There's a scan. I know they didn't see a third. There's no way. They only scanned 2. Why are they running away from this? They have this. You win these. Okay, they're going in on this. Okay. Just making sure. I was like, where are you going? Hold up. You guys win these. I have faith. There you go. Unfortunately, Sun Sisters looks like they're going out and potentially in 20th place. Sun Sister rotating right back. You got Gibraltar all alone in the world here in the center of the map. That's not looking pretty positive. Gibraltar's got a bubble out all by himself, and he's going to be rotating right into Crazy Raccoon. I mean, the last thing you want to run into is Sully. Look at Sully. He's got an angle over there, trying to see if he can get him, and that team is going to be going out. LFT did go for the cleanup on there. Now they've, got some cracks there. I don't know if they know if that's Crazy Raccoon. If they do, I wonder if they'll actually push on it, but they decide not to. Sully does get the angle here, asking, like, where are you going, my man? What are you doing? What's the plan? Doesn't connect a whole lot of damage, but that's okay, but at least gets him to back out. Let's see Jupiter Vega's POV, because Jupiter Vega looks like they're getting into a potential firefight. Looks like they managed to get one down. They're flying through the air, going for the rotation. Nice shot by Tatsu. Using the Havoc as if it was a sniper. Remember when you used to have the attachment and you could use it like one? That's not in the game anymore, right? I can't believe that it's not, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't really utilized that much, but there's a jump pad to have the rotation if they need it. Team Unite also breaking into a firefight. Let's take a look at that POV. Ooh, look, we came just in time for all the spicy R31 damage. Running 2 light mags, though. We also have Reignite breaking into a fight, shooting very close by, as you can tell. Look at the POVs here. 2 very nice angles. It's just a matter of what they're going to do. They do push in. They get some of their wingman shots. So 2x in the wingman just slaps, and it does hit different. Dizzy rotating right in. Bounces that grenade off the wall. 7. Ooh, look at that damage. Looking pretty solid. He's going to rotate right on this. Not hitting for... Ooh, and F788 is down. He's calling for his teammates right in. But is Reignite... Listen, they need 2 points. they can't throw with this early. They need 2 points. Literally, if they get 10th place, they're good. But going out this early is not good. They don't need to throw their match point this early on. Thank you for the mods taking care of that in chat. Apologize. Looks like for some reason we have some sort of bot that just keeps coming back into chat for some reason. But that's we have the mods taking care of it. It looks like Reignite is getting picked on here. I don't know if they're going to make this through. They need a 10th place or 2 kills. 10th place or 2 kills. They got 1. Actually, they need 15th place. 15th place. That's all they need, and then they can go out. If they would like. They don't have to go out. But they need to rat until 15th place. He just literally needs to rat. I'm sure his teammates are screaming, go rat, go rat. No, 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 don't go down yet. He can't go down yet. He literally can't go down yet. Oh, man, he's feeling the pressure. Go run and go hide, dude. Get out of there. It's like screaming in like it's like watching a horror film. You got Jason chasing him. It's a nightmare. Okay, he got away. They need 15th place and they'll be match point. That's all they need. That's all they need. I'll switch over the POV here. With FLK, they do have height here. T1, let's take a look at how they're doing. They're really close by here as well. Attacking the door, flying around. Got the little pings. Oh, let me turn on the highlights. I apologize, guys. There you go. You can see now. We at least been capturing a lot of the action, but I just turned on the highlights so you guys can see. We didn't need it up until that point, so luckily. So a lot of teams are located. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon because they have the long rotation in. Look, everyone is already conglomerate. Like, it's a conglomerate inside here. Oh, no. And Reignite does go at 18th place with only 1 kill. Not good. They're not going to be match point, but FLK could. How many kills do they have to their name right now? Let's do some quick math. Dogma took a lot of damage. 2 kills. So as long as they get around 10th place, plus the 2 kills, 10, 4, they need like 2 more kills on top of 10th place to really get to match point. That's what they need. See what they decide to do. Crazy Raccoon just holding the angle here. I don't think anybody's going to rotate on them. But this is pretty smart. This is where this is going to pull. Look where they're pinging. I actually was about to say this. It's probably going to pull here in the open spot right there. That's most likely where it's going to pull. That's what they're banking on right now. Let's take a look at who the current kill leader is. It's Orthrospang on height right now. Has the most kills currently in the lobby. Let's take a look at over at Unite. Unite was they just took care of the ride over there. Been very happy. Luckily, we've been capturing a lot of the action of what we're looking at. So nothing's going to happen right now with Crazy Raccoon. They have no reason to go push and make a play. Look where everyone is at. Everyone's got a lot of real estate space here. So waiting for some initial shots to take place so we can switch the camera immediately. Just so you know we're not missing anything. Let's take a look at Orthrospang. One team rolling up on the south side here. They're right underneath. Okay, so they got a port right in, so Fennel does have a spot in the building. The level of respect that you're seeing in the lobby has been pretty monumental here. A lot of respect. Nobody's making any pushes. Even then, where Jupiter Vega is located, they have to be very careful because Jupiter Vega could shoot around the corner and hard grief Crazy Raccoon if they're not careful. If they peek out too far, that's going to spell death. So this is probably going to be a more quiet moment right now just because everyone's pretty intense in this zone. If a fight breaks out, it's going to be random. It's going to be random if a nade just gets thrown. And where this is going to happen, there we go. SCGK pushing in the building. This is going to be the push. The Bloodhound has been caught at a position. He did get cracked, but he does need to be careful. He's going to nade out that door and find himself an angle. He needs to cut a little sharp there. He does connect a bit of his shots, but that Bloodhound is definitely healed up, and he reloaded the worst possible time. Got that CSGO timing, unfortunately. See how they're going to rotate onto this fight. If he has another nade, they might decide to throw it if they're aware. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he's aware that they're on the right-hand side as he decides to push in. That movement, though, trying to look sharp, trying to look clean. One on the left, one on the right. Needs to be very careful. We do have a firefight potentially going to break out in multiple spots. Their armor situation isn't great. Let's take a look at the other team. Good 8 squad. Their armor situation is a bit better. It's just a matter of... We'll switch between these multiple teams with Good 8 squad as well as SGK. Oh, ORM. Let's take a look at ORM real quick. Let's switch over to that POV. It looks like they have gone out. What the heck? That was a fast fight. Apologies that we missed that one. Like I said, this is a downside of having everyone just living within this tight space, is that it literally any fight could break out at any moment. It's just a matter of who is going to break out on the fight first. So they've dropped their armors, but the downside of dropping armors are trying to circumvent the fact that the crypto is there. FLK also shooting. Fennel taking some shots at a distance. The plus side about all these teams fighting for their spots in the center, this is giving a better opportunity for Crazy Raccoon to capitalize. Everyone is literally in the center of the zone. You got 14 squads remaining. We only have a bit of time before the zone closes. It's not going to change the pressure that we're seeing, because realistically everyone is already here holding a spot and holding an angle. The hard part is that any fight that does happen has to happen within a few seconds. If it doesn't, well, that's kind of it. Could you imagine if this goes out to Crazy Raccoon for Game 5? Leave a like if you believe that it will. It's really close. Just have to wait and see. Some of the shots in Good 8 squad here still holding that spot. Charger rifle going out. Does have to bat to recuperate some of the lost damage. Nobody's going to push it on that. Jupiter Vega's got the angle on the far right. Let's take a look who the current kill leader is. It looks like it's Orthros Fang.
Let's move this way.
CGK. Crazy Raccoon. And the current kill leader.
Way out there, like little cucarachas.
Are they going to fight like little cucarachas? We'll see. We'll have to find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. But right now, look at this. This is crazy. This the amount of respect that we see in APAC North, the amount of money on the line. This is so abnormal to see from APAC North. I know I mentioned that before, but he really, ooh, look at this. This could be the big brain play. Look at this push. They're gonna pop that ult the minute they get an arc star crack. Are you ready for this? And there is gonna be the push. He's gonna put it at an angle so then he doesn't get hit. So he does see them there. Is he gonna pop his crypto ult? We'll see in just a moment. If he does, they're going to make a play. If they land an arc along with it, that's it. They can make a push on this. Otherwise, they're going to have to wait. He's got his drone. It's set up. It's ready. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to make something happen? So there they go, trying to find an angle. They're going for a kidnap. Going to drop it right on them. Can it get the kidnap? But unfortunately, it does not. Could that spell death? Are they going to come through or are they going to push? And here they go. They're pushing right down the hall. The bubble has gone out. Now you got a Venn diagram of a fight. This is not looking good for CGK. They're going to be going out here unless they keep their composure and keep it together. You now got a 3v1. And there it goes. It looks like that went to Good 8 squad the minute they went for that kidnap. And they do get arc start in the back. And now the Valkyrie has gone down. Throw the ult, but now that's just going to mean they're going to push right through. You've given no other choice. And Good 8 squad versus Kanada's team with RXR Clover is really going to be running away with that. Well, that's not looking very good for them. He is underneath. He is hiding. He is ratting. And to see if any other fights are going to break out. This should pull. Oh man, this is maybe on the north side here, on the south side. Oh, there they go. They did find him and they clean him up. 12 squads remaining. Crazy Raccoon is still in this. FLK, how many points do they got so far? They got a total of 2. They need to get top 10 plus 2 more kills minimum. 2 more kills plus top 10. Apologize that we have this random guy that keeps coming in. We do have Ramaz trying to take care of it as much as possible. Every time. I don't know why they keep coming back, so I apologize for that. Be sure to report that. You know, that's not, you know, it's just a bot. I think it just keeps making it. It's probably hopping around all of YouTube's, unfortunately. All right, looks like Crazy. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. They do have an angle. They do have some spots here. They are trying to find their way. This is our current match point team. As long as they don't get too caught out, they have every opportunity to potentially win this tournament here. They don't need kills. FLK is the one who really needs kills. Flora also could get on match point. There's the ult out. All they got to do is buy themselves a little bit of time. They're going to reposition. Hopefully Sully does not go down here, which he looks like he's about to. They might need to pop their bubble. They're trying to hold on to it so they don't need to use it, and the bubble does go out. And there's the ult. I think they are aware that this is Crazy Raccoon, but they are really low. Could Crazy Raccoon go out early here? And if they do, that's going to mean we're going to have an extra game for today. Not looking positive for our boys. They're getting picked on from multiple teams in the lobby, and they have a long rotation, and look how long that rotation is for them. This is definitely an uncomfortable position. So we'll hold on this because this is a story, this is a narrative right now. Regardless, this is our match point team. Luckily, a team does come in and hard grief them, and now Crazy Raccoon can recover from this. They do have, oh wow, is that actually going to make him break? Can they hold off the team here? Is RXR Clover going to show the respect over from Crazy Raccoon? I highly doubt it. Are they going to... There's no way they're going to let them res. But they are getting shot. Wait a minute. Are they rotating? Are they going to let him have it for free? They do see that there's a res there. And they are covering. Let's take a look back at Rass's POV with Selly. Oh, no. And they're getting rotated on. Kanata has rotated on, and their boys do go out. So they could have had that. Imagine if they gave them the space, but RXR Clover was aware. You could tell what team it was. They're like, we have to finish them. We want this tournament to keep going, and they have to finish it. All right, so let's take a look at Fennel Korea. This is our next place team. They need to get... How many kills? They got 2 kills. They got a few kills under their name. They got 10th place. They need now 2 more points. They need 2 kills to be match point, and FLK can definitely also run away with this tournament, because then they can run into the next game. Flora as well, which we'll keep an eye on because they're also high up on the leaderboard right now. Flora needs to, if they win the round, they could also be match point. Wait a minute, what's going on? This is not good. They need more kill points. FLK won't be match point if this happens. So they could go for placement. All they need is placement points if they just rat it out. So we'll no longer watch them. We'll let you know whenever we see them go out and what placement that they're going to get. FL also breaking out into an early fight. Flora here. And Fennel here. So we'll keep a close eye between these two teams. FL not too far behind. If they win as well, this could be a pretty big game for them. Flora does take a lot of damage from the Crypto ult. Wow, that R90 spray for 158. Flora, Shakaboo, definitely feeling really good about that one. The amount of damage that he sprayed out there. We do have a fight at this other angle with FL, and we do have the team up tight with Flora. Is FLK? Yeah, they're still in. They only need, if they can get to like 7th place, I think they will probably get match point. They just got to keep it together, man. Just keep it together. Hold it tight. So RXR, let's take a look at their POV from down below. We'll just keep springboarding between these 3 teams. Team is up above. They're trying not to get too greedy, but they also want the kill points. RXR is a little further behind, but this could be a big game to get them high up on the leaderboard. And there they go, going for the rotation here. And they do manage to clean it up. There's our new kill leader, Eclair from RXR Clover, really popping off. This could actually boost them up to match point if they get enough kills. Let's take a look. Fennel, RXR Clover. Oh, let's go right back. RXR Clover. Hold on. Let's go back. Sorry about that. I didn't think they were actually going to fight. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Make sure which team out of our bunch are really going to make a play here. These are... Let's keep an eye on RXR. The Wraith making a little bit of entry damage here. Trying to spray down with the Spitfire. The amount of ammo that Spitfire has is unparalleled. I don't think he's aware of the team that's right behind him. I don't know what he's trying to do and what position he's trying to find. They have very limited time, but they do have the center here. Flora, it was the team that tried to engage them on the outside. Fennel really struggling for space here, and they're going to have to fly right out in the open. There's a bubble to buy themselves a little space, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Flora just spraying right down, getting a lot of shots in with the R99. Looking pretty solid. Let's take a look at RXR. Taking some shots at a distance here. Eclair just lasering down with the ultimate Spitfire. Look at the amount of damage that's going out there by Eclair. Just absolutely popping off. This team, if they continue to pop off from what they're doing now, is going to maintain a lot here. So our kill leader is still RXR Clover. They have the most kills in the lobby. They're cleaning this up. They are trying. They have a lot of kills for their name. This could put them at match point. Flora is still struggling, trying to get their spot. If they can get a nade out, that would be ideal, but at least they are able to recover and res. Fennel has the low ground. We have all the teams that we're all watching are still in it that are really popping off. It looks like FL, their spot right here, they're just trying to res and recover and push in. So it's going to be Flora versus FL. They do have a port, luckily, and there's going right back into the spray from the Spitfire, endless bullets, the Rambo gun, the powder maker, the machine maker. Let's see if he gets this nice, juicy thermite. It was a res actually that went out, and they're burning. Everyone's burning. Cooking. Getting really hot. Look at those ticks. Tick, 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 tick. It's like ASMR. Hey guys, tick, 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 tick. ASMR, ASMR. Welcome to the channel, guys. Today is ASMR. Tick, 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 tick. But looking pretty solid. There's the port. Let's see if he goes for a kidnap here, actually. He's going to put it right... he's going to put it right above him. Oh, that's not looking good for Flora as they get picked on from right up above as well. They do have a bubble to buy themselves some time, but that Arcstar is going to go out, and unfortunately, this is not looking good for Flora. So if we take a look at Fennel's POV, they go right into cleaning that up. So FL really takes it away there, but it looks like RXR Clover still has the biggest dub here overall. They did manage to get another knock. Kanata has been lasering left and right. Their team is dominating. Can RXR really come out on top of this? Is FLK still in this, by the way? Hold on. Yeah, they are. Oh my god. It looks like they're going to be match point this next round. That's insane. FLK just laughing their way as they gather all the points for match point. Nobody picking on them down below. Let's see how Kanata has this angle here. He's got a triple tank. They do see that the teams are all located nearby. I don't think they're aware of the team that's underneath them, though. Going right inside the building. They got to be careful, though. Hugging the zone. He's going out. Bye-bye. Got shot from everyone in the lobby. So T1 does have height right now. It's not... I don't know who's necessarily going to win this. It's going to depend on who decides to push out first and make the play. And right now, T1 is just trying to recover. They do have the port out. Spitfire with the gold magazine is the ultimate fire here. But RXR is most likely going to go out. T1 has the most amount of individuals alive. Karam pushing up, trying to get a massive right in the face. But it looks like T1 has mopped it up, taking first place. So we know that now FLK is match point. Crazy Raccoon is match point. Now it's just a matter of, well, who's going to be match point after? Oh, wow. What another intense round. Appreciate all of you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Showing your support means a whole lot. Sorry, I probably mispronounced his name, so that's my bad. 1 second here. I'll catch up with all of you guys in chat. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to show your support by leaving that like. And once in a moment, we'll be ready to go. They do only get a short break, not a very long one, probably after the 6th game. So right now, 2 teams are match point eligible, Crazy Raccoon and FLK. All right. Once the next server is up, we'll reconnect and we'll keep on trucking. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. But yeah, they've been going for quite a while now. Once the scoreboard is updated, I mean, realistically, there's not a whole lot to worry about in terms of the scoreboard. We know 2 teams are match point. FLK and Crazy Raccoon, those are the 2 teams that matter most right now. And we'll keep an eye on the teams that are going to catch right up. All right, let's see here. Let me get my next code and reconnect to the server. Game 6. Game 6, ladies and gentlemen. All right, there we go. Server's up. All right. They're pretty close, though. Not too bad. Trying to see here. Okay. So we'll see where things all line up. We have 2 teams on match point, though. We got Crazy Raccoon and Reignite. Crazy Raccoon and Reignite. Sorry, Crazy Raccoon FLK, excuse me. Reignite was 1 point off, man. It just needed 1 point. Once we see where RXR... Oh, that's true. RXR Clover's not going to be anywhere close to match point. But at least they had a solid game going in. This is not bad. Not bad. All right, next round. Don't forget to show your support. Leave a like. Hopefully you guys enjoy what you're watching, because we have Game 6. Game 6 coming right up for all of you guys at home. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. We might have a break after Game 6, though, just as an FYI. Mostly because everybody's been kind of going non-stop, and if they've been going non-stop, well, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be crazy. All right, once the scores are good to go, we'll update those. Remember, if you're watching, we are controlling the camera, we're commentating, we're switching back over from the scores and taking a look at everything that's happening. See where T1 is at. T1 should skyrocket quite a bit in the last round as well. We'll just have to see if they're able to maintain that once this is all updated. Because they're a little far behind, but it means, let's see here. Okay, so we hover over right now. Reignite is 20 placement points and 21 points, 8 additional points that have been added to their name. Let's talk about the score and everything that we see here. All right, it's almost all updated. Almost there, almost there. Ooh, man, that's pretty close. Very intense game already. What a day. I can't... It's crazy. Close match from T1. At least they managed to clutch out a win. I think what's really hurting them is round 3, where they had 20th place with no points. They unfortunately haven't been maintaining a lot of momentum. Round 2, they only had 3 kills, and then round 4, they only had 3 kills as well. This is not the normal T1 that we're used to seeing, though, which is kind of strange. T1 usually maintains a lot more momentum. Let's switch over to the scoreboard. Okay. What are we seeing? What is happening? So we need to see this update so we can see the... Well, it's going to be highlighted in just a moment. So 2 seconds. We're going to scroll all the way down. So FLK is also match point. I know it's not highlighted in the yellow, but they are match point. That's something really to highlight here. With 50 points, Reignite needs 1. T1, there we go. So we're going to keep an eye on T1 for this next round. That really shot them up. They really got their kills at the end there, and that's what really made it up for them. Until that moment, there wasn't a whole lot of fighting, and that's what we're talking about before. I know chat was saying, well, keep an eye on T1. Well, they've only gotten 3 kills in round 4. And then round 2, they only had 3 kills in 5th place. So realistically, there haven't been a lot of firefights altogether. Maybe just a few. Realistically, it's only been a few that they've been really doing anything. But at least we're going into we're going to game 6, and this is only going to keep going at this point. At this point, the scores will just keep going until we actually define a winner. But we'll see if FLK or Crazy Raccoon can win another round. Right now, the team that won RXR Clover had a phenomenal round. They went out in 3rd place, but they came out in 1st. They would have just shot up a lot higher. They need to have another win, all back and forth. So this is really leaning towards Crazy Raccoon to potentially win this tournament, as well as FLK. Not impossible. Now we have 2 teams to really keep an eye on. And I know most of you guys are going to want to see all the fights, so capture all the fights, but keep in mind, we need to see Crazy Raccoon and FLK. Some other fights are going to matter, but where they're going to position and what these 2 teams are going to do matters immensely. When their round literally means that they can win the whole tournament. That matters so much right now for what we're watching. In just a moment, it looks like we are going to get started. Everyone kind of gave the fire that everyone is ready, which is pretty good. Making sure if there's any other notes. I got my team notes. Let's switch back over to game 6. Game 6, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started here. Good luck, have fun. Hopefully everyone has a good time. How long can this go? Until as long as it needs to. If it bleeds into another day because everyone's match point, it goes into another day. Quite literally. Alright, so good luck, have fun. So it looks like we're ready. Are we all ready? I got word that we're ready. Yeah, we could literally, there could be a circumstance where we bleed into a whole nother day if we need to. But right now, at least we're keeping consistency. I said good luck, have fun, so the round should start. Unless some other thing is going on right now. We just need one win. FLK or Crazy Raccoon. Who's going to get it? Is it going to happen in 6 rounds? Is it going to happen in 20? It's really the big question. I think after this there will be a short intermission just to give them a quick moment. Could you imagine if we go until we have 20 teams in match point? That'd be insane. Mara, it's great to have you here. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are all having a great time. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. This is finals, so a really, really big day. All right, so if you're just tuning in, a reminder, because I know we were having a lot more people pile in to the stream, and I definitely see it. So, welcome. It's great to have you here. This is Apex Legends Global Series APAC North. We have 2 teams right now match point eligible. We need teams to get up to 50 points. Right now, we only have 2 teams that have done that. FLK and Crazy Raccoon. They're the only ones that have gotten all the way up to that point. The only ones. How come it's Season 6 map? Yeah, the APAC North chats are pretty quiet. I have to agree with that. All right, let's do this. T1 at 47, looking pretty sharp. If the eligible team wins the match point, what is the second place? Yeah, it just keeps going based on placement points and kill points at that point. Well, self-res banned and turning, but just because somebody can clean up a fight and they're hiding behind a what do you call that? Well, their shield, and it's kind of when a team is trying to go for a clean sweep and they get third partied and they want all those points. For pro players, it feels a little unfair. Let's imagine you push and then you get griefed in the back and you need those banners and everything, and all they're doing is holding the shield, wasting precious seconds, because 10 seconds can make and break between pushing and surviving, and literally not. Yeah, EMEA was pretty intense as well. It's pretty intense. So keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon and FLK. Some early fights may happen, but we need to focus on the two teams that are match point. We'll capture some of it if if FLK and Crazy Raccoon don't get into any fights, but if they do, we'll switch. It really depends. And then we'll keep an eye on T1 now, because T1 only needs 3 total points. Reignite, we'll keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon, FLK, Reignite, and T1. Those are the teams that we should be concerning ourselves with right now. So I'm going to have my finger ready for all of this. So let's see here. We got Crazy Raccoon. We have FLK. We should keep an eye on FL, because they're at 47. We should keep an eye on Reignite. And then we should keep an eye on T1. All right. So quite a few teams to really keep an eye on for this next one. The 2 teams, though, are Crazy Raccoon and FLK, just because they're match point. And now it's just kind of a matter of time. I know, Joy. Crazy Raccoon got the early one. Let's see if they're able to maintain it, though. Yeah, you know, T1 is... I think the issue is that T1's not playing conservative. It's just the fact that the teams are running to the center of zone, and T1 is known for a comp that plays towards the outer edges of the zone. So they won't play running to the center. They're trying to go for the early fights, but everyone is just kind of running to the center and holding, which is the opposite strat of what T1 normally runs. And realistically, I wonder, they changed out the Valkyrie, which is what they were running before. They switched out Valkyrie, but I wonder if the Valkyrie could help them get to the center of the zone if they continue to get caught out. Because that was the comp they were running before, and it seemed like it worked really well from them, but it looks like they traded it out. And I wonder what the thought process is there. But, I mean, it doesn't mean that they can't. It just feels like they're mostly getting, again, kind of gated where they don't need to get gated, right? That tends to be the overall problem. I appreciate if no one wins after getting match point, does that mean the points leader wins the championship? Yes. I apologize for the spam that you're seeing in chat. Unfortunately, outside of, you know, banning, we're constantly banning, but somebody keeps making new accounts, so I do apologize for that. But I appreciate you guys for, you know, being patient. Our mods are, you know, grabbing it. Styles, great to have you here. Welcome. The bot is having... I know. I've never seen it that crazy before. And now I don't know what to watch. But Dazzy won over the enemy. Let's go, dude. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Listen, there's a lot of great anime out there. I've been watching My Hero Academia as well. Really great show. Okay, so Crazy Raccoon does have to rotate here. Are we going to see early fights, potentially? Sully is healing up, just to make sure that they don't get shot out as they rotate. And there he goes. He gets his med kit off. Why is everyone in the Star Club? Couldn't you guys block that? We're trying. Unfortunately, outside of, like, deleting messages, he keeps making additional accounts, quite literally. It's just a new account every time. So as much as we keep doing it, it's like this man keeps creating like 50 different accounts apparently. And it's just some sort of bot, but our mods are on it and they keep timing them out, but it just keeps coming right back. So I apologize for that, chat. But I've never seen it that crazy before. It's probably the worst that I've personally seen. What the heck, Green Knight, are you getting to? What shot did they get already? Okay, they got an early shot with a Sentinel. Let's see if they manage to make a play or a push out of this. Fortunately, does not connect that one, but it looks like at least they got one knock to their name. Mostly everything is at a distance right now, so just some early pokes, just trying to get the respect of the lobby. A lot of teams are rotating pretty early on right now. We might have a potential fight happening with Sengoku here. They do have an uphill battle. Game 6. Crazy Raccoon, FLK at match point. And here we go. We do have a DAIKIN here. Oh, and there is a team rotating right on them. Let's take a look to see how they're going to handle this. Are they going to respectfully let them hold the top of the building? Getting caught inside is definitely... Wait a minute. What the heck? Crazy Raccoon going out super early here? That's unexpected. It looks like they will, unfortunately, go out. Floor is going to be hard griefing them. If they go out this early, team that was match point, no longer going to be match point. Not looking good. They did run into a team right there. That's crazy. How did they run up on them that quickly? Was not expecting that. I don't even think Crazy Raccoon was. It felt like they got completely blindsided and caught a position just as much as me commentating and casting. I'm not really sure like how they got caught out, and looks like they're going to be hard gating their boxes, unfortunately. There is a team rotating right around the corner. ORM, this could be an opportunity for Crazy Raccoon to run to the center. I mean, they could rat to success and still maintain first place, but it's still kind of up in the air. Well, they do catch them out here. They do have an angle. Some R301 shots. We switch back over to the POV here. Toshi. Are they going to fight this? Probably not, but Flora looks like they're hard gating those boxes. I don't think they're actually going to engage on this. Let's take a look at Reignite, and we'll switch over to RXR Clover. They got a shot over at long range. Let's see where the next fight is going to break out. Crazy Raccoon, they really can't do much here. It's kind of pushing him out of the lobby, unfortunately. Man, that's really unfortunate. Just might mean this really leads up to FLK. FLK is probably looking at that kill feed and laughing, saying, "Hey, thank God that they're out." Reignite does have the height here. All they need is one placement point. They just need one kill. They don't need anything crazy. They just need one kill to get on match point. That's really what they're looking for. Let's take a look at the potential team floor rotating. I need to keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon. I think they're going to run into that team that early on. See what FLK is running into as well. This could be FLK's tournament as well. Looking here, whenever they rotate, they do have a bit of a rotation in. If they can get to the center there, I know they're pinging it. They're probably worried that it's already taken, but we have to keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at T1 now. T1 only has a little bit of damage, and they have height here. They literally have only done 110 damage, so they haven't really done very much. They've been rotating, and they've been trying to find their spots and their positioning. The minute I see FLK get to a fight, we'll switch into that POV. We do have the mods controlling chat. I apologize, we're seeing a lot of spam coming in. See if I can tab out and control in just a moment. Otherwise, we're going to see some lag. Looks like they took care of it. Appreciate the mods for taking care of that. Looks like we keep seeing a new account every single time. We've had them on the channel. I don't know, again, what else we can do. Can you give a suggestion, EA, so when in the lobby they have a team flag slash club? That's a good feedback. I mean, what is your thought process behind it? I guess that would be the question. So let's take a look again. FLK, kind of in the center here, just chilling, vibing, waiting for the zone to close. We still have a lot of teams still alive and pushing in. I'm surprised teams don't change comp when they hit match point. I think the thought process is that if it's working, why change it? If it got them the wins and kills before, there's no reason to change. But I guess you would wonder, maybe do you need to hunker down? Why not run a Caustic Watson as something a lot more, a little bit different? Let's take over Northeption. Take a shot a little bit long range here. They're going for the res. They're going to make the push on it. The door is broken. There was an Arcstar really nearby. Is he going to snag that? Oh, I'm surprised he didn't get him knocked there. But now, I don't think they're going to push on that now. Yeah, it looks like they completely decided not to engage on that fight, even though they got the early knock. If anything, that could have been the push for them to get some additional points. It's just unfortunate. ORM breaking into an additional fight as well. Let's take a look at their POV.
We should go here.
Oh no, they took out Crazy Raccoon, so that's why it was such a clean, fast fight. They did find him, and Crazy Raccoon did go out in 20th place. 20th place.
Hostile spotted.
All right, it looks like they're... What? His head is gone. What the heck? Okay. That was interesting. So FLK trying to make the rotation in. Let's take a look at their POV. If there's any potential fights that are going to break out. This is a definitely interesting lobby, to say the least. A lot of teams trying to find their spot. You hyped for the new Battlefield? Definitely. Definitely.
We go check out here.
Yeah, I know, Tactician. I appreciate you guys for staying on top of that bot. Unfortunately, I cannot hyper. I cannot. I wish I could. Legit, I wish I could. It looks like it's a program bot made to spam. And this, I mean, yeah, Boss Guy has definitely controlled a lot of these channels before. I apologize. Oh my gosh, hold on. What's happening here? Bang, looked like they went out pretty early. Sorry, you know, the bot's already taken away from the casting, and I apologize for that. Appreciate you guys for being patient. and for all the love that you're giving on the channel. So what happened here is that Good A Squad managed to get this fight out, but at least we're still getting the main narrative. Okay, FLK is rotating in. So they have the angle here. They're rotating. They are currently at match point. This could be a potential big game for them to win the overall tournament if they maintain this consistency. So don't worry, I won't focus on chat anymore. I will be sure to keep commentating and casting. I appreciate you guys for being patient. I am running on very little sleep as well, but that's just an excuse. We're just here. We're having a good time and enjoying the vibe. So FLK rotating up. Arcstar is going out, but they need to rotate and take... They're taking the low ground here. Kind of a big decision taking the low ground because there are definitely repercussions for doing so. This team right up above could pick on them. If they go down, well, then we're going to see multiple teams hit match point this next round. The bubble is out, but that they are down Reignite from their POV. There's no way they're pushing on this, but they do have a port Dogma making the rotation and Reignite picking on them from a distance. We'll hold here on Fennel Korea to see what they're going to do and how they're going to manage to find their spot and positioning in. They could essentially rat at this whole angle over here. This is not necessarily a bad spot to really hold for them whatsoever. Not too bad. Could you imagine if Crazy Raccoon would manage to rat to first place? That actually would have been crazy to see. But unfortunately was not the case for this round, and that's what we're keeping on at FLK. We do have a potential fight happening with RXR Clover here, as well as FL.
Let's go this way.
FL getting into a fight as well, potentially. They're about to get rotated on. We have 2 fights about to break out. 2 fights. And we'll hold here, and it looks like they're leaving? I guess it makes sense. They have the zone closing in 30 seconds. But I wonder how they're going to manage the rotation with ORM gating them here. So they do rotate, and now they have some positioning, but is it good positioning? That's really going to be the question. So FLK has a low ground. I don't think they're going to fight whatsoever. So we'll just keep pace. We'll have our trigger on the finger just in case they do break out to a fight. But we also have ORM that's making a pretty big magical push here. So they decided to rotate over on the left. They do have a gold mag on the Spitfire, so they can definitely dish out a mass amount of damage. We have Flora over on the far right. But FL is just trying for dear life to hold on. They got multiple drones in the air. Everyone's kind of scanning things out, keeping a very close eye on what's happening.
Let's explore this way.
So Fennel, FLK are still in this. We'll do our best to predict where the next fight is going to take place. We got DAIKIN and we have Team Unite here. Team Unite did take first place overall, but they haven't had really solid placements since then. Jupiter Vega is able to hard gate these teams here. That's an uphill battle to say the least. FLK is not in a bad spot to really run away with this. Let's take a look at A2 eSports. Rootsy coming in with some solid damage with the wingman. I've seen this man pop up for the wingman. He got a 45 in there. First bit of damage. Come on, pop off, Rootsy. I believe in you. Don't make me a liar here. I believe in you. I've seen this man. I've seen his shots. Let's take a look at as well as RXR Clover. They got into a fight the minute we commentate another one. Commentator's curse. And we have multiple teams rotating. Looks like RXR Clover could be going out pretty early here, despite having a stellar game from before. All they can do is fight for positioning and some spots. It's really all they can do.
Hostile over there.
All right, so it looks like RXR Clover is opting for the rotation. Well, let's go right back. Hold on. They're going to get run up on. The Spitfire is going to be huge here to get some massive damage. We also have Flora getting into a firefight as well. So it's just a matter of what team do we get to focus on because multiple teams are breaking out into consistent fights here. Let's take a look at Flora in just a minute. Well, if this fight doesn't break out, so Flora managed to mop up one fight here. But this is just the downside where multiple teams do fight at the exact same time. So it can be quite difficult and quite hard to manage. So his teams are fighting for really close here. Again, if there's any team that you guys want to watch, be sure to comment in the chat and let me know who you guys would like to watch specifically from the stream. So we'll keep a close eye on them as well. So we do have T1 so they got 47 points. They haven't done any damage actually. Even since we commentated on them earlier, pretty early on. FLK is just putting the drone up in the air, trying to find out where teams are at. Kanata getting into an additional fight here. Claire trying to find their angle. Let's switch right back. Hold on, I apologize. Having to battle the fact that we're bouncing right back and forth. Let's take a look at Reignite, as they do have the angle over here as they all rotate in. Once another fight does break out, which we're going to see this conglomerate of teams, as you can tell, all break out to a fight simultaneously. Sun Sister God looks like they're going out. This is actually coming from FLK. They do have height on them, but I don't know if they'll actually push on this. And there goes the massive amount of cracks. They might actually push out this team. They may not, but they don't want to go for a high risk. They are match point. It's definitely a high risk play. We also have T1 breaking into, getting some shots from a distance here over at A2 eSports. So if we look at A2 eSports, you can see that they're just getting picked on from a distance here. That's where they got the knock from really far away. Can they hold their spot and hold their angle? A little bit of damage from the EVA, trying to mop it up. Unfortunately, A2 eSports from that push does go down. FLK still picking on the team from height, and Reignite also taking shots from a distance. They get into a 1v1 fight. They do go out. LFT is here to clean up that overall big fight. FLK does have the crypto drone, and are they going to push out this team from down below? So they do have the drone, and is it going to go out? The pressure is here. FLK is going to knock out this team with a nice clean swoop. Dogma does have a nice angle, and there they go. They do have the mop up, and now they're in the top 10. And we switch over to Magic. Let's break into a firefight at the same exact time as they made their push. So again, you know, when we have these multiple fights breaking out all at the same time, it's just the unfortunate circumstance that can happen in a battle royale. They do have the bubble out to counteract some of the damage. Nades are getting thrown left and right, and look, that crypto is going to counteract everything that they're doing. They need to go for a swap. Magical could go out here. Jupiter Vega getting a nice wingman shot, and Magical holding on for dear life. We'll switch back over to Jupiter Vega's POV in just a moment to see what they're going to do and how they're going to handle this fight. Look at the wingman shots coming over from Jigen, rotating right up with the wingman. He's got a little low on heavy ammo. Gets a headshot on the Bloodhound. It's another headshot left and right. Needs to make this clean, though. Can't get knocked, and unfortunately does. T1 takes a shot from a distance. They could rotate on this fight. And there they go. They need to get the res. He doesn't have his bubble. He needs to throw his bubble down for his buddy before T1. Look at T1's POV. I don't... Can they still see them there? No, they don't. So it looks like they're in the clear. Jupiter Vega at least manages to kind of clutch that out. And a solid fight on their part. They needed to get that really quickly. So FLK managed to find a building, so they're holding on to this angle here. They're finding their spacing. They just need to hold it together and stay strong because they're in the top 7 situation. If FLK gets this, they will win the overall tournament. I'm pretty sure Crazy Raccoon is screaming for dear life to make sure they do not win. What does a rat mean? A rat means somebody who's last in their squad and just holding on for dear life to win. So hold on to T1 and see how they're going to hold out Jupiter Vega here. Jupiter Vega has to move. They do not have a choice. What utility are they going to bring to the table? Actually, they are in. That's crazy. Look at that.
We move this way.
Thought they were going to get pushed out. Luckily, they didn't. Now, as long as they can throw a nade over there, I wonder if T1 can really get something out here. Trying to hit the drone, one of the hardest things to do whenever it's that small. Such a small little drone all alone in the world. FLK has a rotation, and we have multiple teams all around. Why is nobody using Rampart? Rampart just unfortunately doesn't bring a whole lot of utility to the team. Once you can hunker down, it can definitely be pretty rough. So it looks like there's the arc. He's waiting for him to see if he'll rotate, if they're going to do a jump pad or not. Look at him already practice that pre-aim there to see if they're actually going to fly right in. So right now, we'll keep an eye on T1 as well as FLK. You can see, look from this point of view, from right up above, the teams are all located. We got T1 on the right. We have somebody in the trailer. All the drones are out in the scans. Look at that angle. That team is definitely going to be struggling there. They're getting into a firefight. Crypto drone giving us a nice eye in the sky, taking a look at the two teams right up above. FLK is trying to find some positioning, figure out where they're going to fight and what's going to happen. The bubble is there. So if you look at Jupiter Vega's POV, look how much they're going to be struggling there. It's definitely a hard struggle. Because once that bubble goes down, they're going to get rotated on, and that's going to be it for them. They got a few seconds to make a decision with no bubble. They have nothing. They have no utility. I think they probably have a Wraith port. Let's see what they got here. No, they have no Wraith. Sorry, my apologies. They do have the jump pad. There it goes. There's a jump pad to push right in. T1 taking shots at them from the height. And there's a crack over from Obley. they are going to have to move. Let's take a look as well as FLK. So if they go out, let's just, okay, we're going to hold on FLK. I know that T1's important. They do have spot, but FLK is important. If they go out, that means that another team can be match point eligible. Switch over to POV here. Dogma, they're trying to just hold on. Unfortunately, does go out. Dogma's the last one alive. Does take port. Okay, and that means that we're still going to keep this tournament going. Lemonade, it looks like LFT and Lemonade, his squad are really struggling there. Just kind of whiffing so many of the Prowler shots, and T1 now does have height. This is a good game for T1 to go on to match point. This could now be their tournament going into the next round. As long as they hold here, I mean, they're already match point. Hey, more points to the pile. All a positive. I think the team that should win this should be T1. Look at those boxes. It's Amazon over here. Would you like free shipping with that? So we did watch FLK. We did switch over to that POV. Don't worry, we're keeping up on it. We're keeping up on it. So T1. I mean, they're already match point off of this. Let's take a look at all the other teams that are in. Ice Cream, CGK, Sun Goku, Northeption. Realistically, T1 has already taken away this round. We'll hold on T1 because they have height. They have the best spot. Everyone has to leave their building. I mean, not everyone, but yeah, almost everyone has to leave. So T1, with the ultimate height here, they have the high ground. Look at all those Anakins down there. There's Anakin Skywalker 1. There's Anakin Skywalker 2. They think that they underestimate T1's power, but they just got to make sure not to go to the dark side. Look at them all starting to move out there. They have height. The zone is starting to come right into them. Look at them as they start to burn everything. How to get burned. How to get burned, ladies and gentlemen.
We got some enemies right here.
Contact with hostile.
Oh, look, there's a jump pad. All of them flying in, getting cracked. They may get there early, but is that going to be the play? There's a team right down below, and there's limited time. All they got to do, T1 just had... Oh, look at that. And we're just going to keep an eye on T1 here because they're going to be the team that's going to be holding and winning this. Look at this. Look at the height advantage that they have here. And they're so high up, they're not even going to get hit by the crypto drone. They're going to throw that arc star. Who are they going to throw it at? There's a bit of an early arc star. Oh, no, Brian, he's going to fall right at him. Click! There we go, that ASMR. Ooh, nice and spicy. Another crypto drone, and T1 is just sitting so comfortably up here. They're going to throw that Gibraltar ult, but they need the teams to fight. If they wait too long, come on, fight everybody. T1 is hoping that you fight. They're going to throw their ult to counteract it as well. If they throw their bubble right across the way, oh no, it's getting really tight up here. It's getting really tight. Oh, just hold on to the edge of the zone. Bounce back in, and there's the bubble. They have their spot. T1, just keep it together. Just hold. Hold your stocks. Hold it together. This is T1's game. This is quite literally T1's game as long as they hold it, and there they go. And there it is, T1. That's why we're watching T1, because they had it. They had it, man. Looking pretty good. Let me see if I can add a keyword to ban while we have this downtime here. T1 taking game 6. We predicted it. We knew it was going to happen, and there we go. Let me see if I can ban a keyword or word here. Let's see here. I'll try to take care of that other stuff for you guys. I apologize. Thank you guys for being so patient and being so supportive of having to deal with that kind of stuff. You know, that's not cool. That stuff really blows, but... Oh my gosh, and of course all the words that he is spamming are not... Let's see here. I'm going to excessive emojis. I'm going to enable... And this is going to time you out, and I apologize, but I'm going to do excess emojis, repetition on keywords, and excess symbols. I'm going to get a little stricter with the bot, so I apologize for that. And that's just to... let's see here. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try to blacklist those 2 emoji just for the stream. Let's see here. This should... Alright, let's see if that works. I'm going to try to have this block The Nightbot is going to be a lot more aggressive. Okay. Let me hop in here. We have multiple teams all at match point now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go hop into the round. So I have put a lot more aggressive features within chat, so I apologize. I'll remove them later. But I mean, the Nightbot's going to bring the hammer down. It should. There we go, yep. Should be a lot more aggressive. Yep, there. All right, now we're in. All right, so we have a lot of teams left here. Yeah, it looks like it's catching a lot faster, which is good. So at least the mods can at least enjoy their time as well. All right, going on to game number 7. So let me update this real quick. Type in 7. Put this. Put this. There we go. Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. All right, everyone should pile in. I think there's going to be a little bit of a break here. 2-minute break, then a little bit lobby go for players. Okay, so this is a moment. They've already gone through 6 total games. 6 games, guys. This has been intense and crazy for today. And there is a 2-minute break, and the lobby is going to go up, and everyone's going to join in. Just kind of give everyone a moment to think. Do you think Octane is bad for T1? I mean, they just won that round, so it's a really good question. I don't know. Because they're having games like that, and they are match points, so sometimes it's mostly just on the rotation and positioning. They can just go to zone much sooner and then play it well and really capitalize on it. So the teams that we're seeing right now in match point we have quite a few here. We have Crazy Raccoon, T1, Fennel Korea, Reignite, and Flora. 5 teams to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen. So how I'm going to change the style of casting. A lot of these fights are mattering now, but those 5 teams, any one of those 5 teams that win this next round are going to win the tournament. So we have to watch just all of them. Okay? We have to watch all of them and keep an eye on all of them. Bot versus bot. At least it alleviates the pressure from you guys, but yeah. But at least Nightbot's able to alleviate the pressure from the mods. I know it's not ideal, but I pretty much told Nightbot to go crazy in chat. Pretty much being as strict as humanly possible with everything, and I banned as many keywords. First time watching the tournament, that's a great question. So let's break down what match point is. Once the scores are updated here, I will talk about the amount of teams that are match point. So essentially, we keep playing once a team reaches up to 50 total points, right? A team has to reach 50 total points to hit match point, and that's the overall goal that we need to hit. But at least a plus side as well, just make sure to report this. Let me try to report this as well. I'm going to report. All right, it looks like they might be able to close that out. They YouTube might be able to take care of that. Okay, so let me hit refresh, and once the scoreboard is updated, let's talk about everything that we see, okay? Appreciate you guys for being patient, by the way. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we? So we have so a team needs to reach a total of 50 points, right? That's the goal. That's the idea that we need to see here. We have Crazy Raccoon in first place with a total of 74. We have T1 with 70, FLK with 57, Reignite 52, and Flora with 50. Most likely, we're going to see a winner of the tournament here in this round or the next round. That's what we're going to see here, and that's what we need to keep an eye on. So we got 5 teams to really keep an eye on. Yeah, unfortunately, from what you guys are saying, yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is definitely going to be stressful for the next round here. What we're seeing, it's definitely going to be a very intense game. We only have. This could be the next round that goes to one of those 5 teams. So 1 in 5 teams that win this next round could win the overall tournament, and that'll be the end for today once we see it happen. Yeah, we're not seeing the player screen. I'm able to watch them just through the walls. That I have that enabled. That's just for you guys at home, the viewers. Thank you so much, Kenny. I really appreciate you, by the way. Thank you so much, buddy. Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are all ready. The players are ready. They're all going into the lobby now. Is Jupiter Vega still in this? They have 38 total points, so potentially they could still be in this. I mean, I'm not seeing the player screen, so else is playing. So I'll type in chat to you, by the way, Hotleaf, how it works. I am controlling the camera and spectating. I turned on highlights so you guys can see the enemy players. This is only for a spectator view. Hopefully that explains it. I have that in chat for you guys. Hopefully that explains and makes a lot of sense. All right, in just a moment, we'll be right back in this. So 5 teams to keep an eye on here. This is definitely one to, at least at this point, don't want to go anywhere. This could be it. This could be it, guys. This could be the end of the tournament coming in this next round, or we'll go again. A lot of teams couldn't boost up to match point. FL isn't far behind. Neither is Ice Cream. I mean, FTW, if they win, I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, at least Nightbot's taking care of it and pushing through it a lot faster, but this person is definitely making massive amount of counts and avoiding the spam, which is pretty crazy. I'm going to try to report this other account. I'll try to take care of as much as I can. Okay. It's because they're making a brand new account, Night Fox. Okay. Last round, potentially, of the day. We'll see who gets it. Jose, I really appreciate you, by the way. Thank you so much for being here. How do you join? Great question. This is the an official tournament. This is grand finals. But love engaging with you guys in chat. I know, yeah, you know, we got the chat, and now we got multiple things. So it's like, okay, we're controlling the camera, we're watching the action, we're looking at the scoreboard. We have chat. We have this bot running around trying to push the chat. It's crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. Yeah, Hotleaf, we don't support any of that whatsoever. So I agree with you. Don't worry, bud. We're trying to take care of it as much as possible. What makes it hard is that I can keep pushing and banning, but you know, there's only so much I can do. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can, and our mods are as well. I kicked up Nightbot to take up to a whole nother level just to beat him down, but. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you. Who's currently leading? That's a great question. So current team's leading. So if anybody comes in chat, we can say, you guys can see who it is. So Crazy Raccoon, T1, FLK, reignite, and then Flora. All at match point. The overall tournament. So just make sure you guys understand that. So putting in a chat for you guys as well. I know I'm explaining it right now as you're probably seeing on stream, but just so you guys know. So if anybody comes in chat, mods, you can put that in, copy and paste that message for anybody there so they know what's at stake right now. Oh, and here we go into potentially the last round of the night. We'll see if this actually is it. 5 teams on match point. Yeah, Taiwan, Indonesia, Australia, Thailand are all APAC South. So APAC North is the, Japan, Korea, and so forth. So no winner yet, no. But we're about to get a winner, so it's a great time to actually tune in. Great time to tune in. We got Game 7, and it's really close. Really, really close. We literally have 5 teams we need to keep an eye on here. I mean, you're going to see a lag for a second. Turn on highlights so we can see individual players through the wall. So when we're casting, let's take a look. We'll keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon. We'll keep an eye on T1. And pause that music. And we'll keep an eye on FLK, Reignite, and Flora. So a lot of teams to really keep an eye on this round. We'll keep an eye. What is my ultimate prediction? I mean, Crazy Raccoon has been really consistent, and it's just a matter if they can just maintain it. They, unfortunately, I mean, they've gotten second. I mean, they're maintaining it. The teams are starting to catch up, and now it's just kind of a bit of RNG of like what's going to happen. I really, at this point, based on the sheer consistency, I really want Crazy Raccoon to win. I'm rooting for them. That's just kind of a little... I mean, I've been bouncing around from various teams. I feel like I need to give Crazy Raccoon a little bit more screen time here and there. But I'm definitely rooting for them. I'm rooting for them heavily because at this point, I mean, they hit match point first. And we also have FLK. I've been giving everyone as much screen time as possible depending on where the fights are. I don't want to miss Crazy Raccoon getting into a fight like I did earlier, so I'm going to keep on them here at the start of the game just because I know all eyes are mostly on them. So we're going to take a look mostly on the map here as teams rotate. Let's just look at the map, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the most important thing. As we see teams, and here we go, maybe a team might rotate on FLK. Once we see that actually engage, we'll switch over to that POV. But right now, I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. I just don't want to miss it, and that's literally the hardest part about all this. This is the hardest part, is the lobby starts to get a little weird, a little funky. Are they going to maintain that level of consistency? That's really the question. So I know I'm having the map open. There's no shots happening. So I just want to make sure when we see shots that we capture them. So North Epson is rotating on the north side right now. And we do have quite a few teams all moving. You can definitely feel the pressure of the lobby. So let's take a look at FLK. Because there's a team right by them. Magical is very close nearby. And the reason I refer to them the last part, because there's Fang and Magical. And I want you guys to understand there's a distinction between Magical and also Fang. Both part of, a similar organization. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Wait a minute. FLK about to get into an early fight, potentially. At least they do have a gold armor. They do have some good resources here. Okay, they're not going to roll up on them, so they're perfectly fine. Crazy Raccoon trying to set up and go into positioning. Somebody brought up in chat, I honestly feel like I wonder if they set up with like a Caustic and Watson early into the center of the zone, if it would actually be a lot better for winning the last round. But if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's usually the mindset we have here. Sun Sisters potentially getting into a fight here. They have a team that's right outside of their building, but it looks like they're not going to be able to run into each other, so they're okay. They're okay. And we do have T1 and Reignite potentially running into each other. The first team that runs into each other here is going to be the team that we're going to keep an eye on. So this is potentially the last game of the day. We could go into Game 8. Jupiter Vega rotating right behind, running into Magical. Is that going to be the next fight that breaks out? Flora is rotating right into the center of the zone. Oh, here we go. This could be the first fight breaking out. Not necessarily not saying and no fight is important, but the other teams are really clearly on match point. Jupiter Vega has an uphill battle right now. Can they get the knock here? Unfortunately, they don't, but they do have a bow check bow. And they're just going to hard chase. Let's take a look at the map and make sure you see where all the teams are rotating. There's no additional shots taking place, but at least we saw the Zipman do a whole lot of damage, so that's pretty good. So it looks like, let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. They're taking some shots down below. This is Flora, by the way. This is one of the top 5 teams. Man, I wonder what's going to happen at this point. It's really tight, really close. So Flora's rotating in where Sun Sisters was, so it looks like they're safe. Looks like they're good. Who do you think deserves MVP award? Crazy Raccoon. Hands down. Hands down, MVP should go to Crazy Raccoon. I think they've gotten a lot of the kills so far. A lot of the kills have been happening by Crazy Raccoon so far. It's just a matter of... Look at the way he moves around. I love it. Kind of wall bouncing around. There you go. They're going for the swaps. All they got to do is just play this a little patiently. Let's take a look. FL getting into a fight potentially with Unite. FL's going for some early KP here, and they need these points. Switch over the POV just in time there to get that fry that we saw from the R31. P-Note always knows how to get his R31 shots on point. They got his Mastiff and a nice R301 ready. They only need 3 more points to get a match point, so they need to hope that the other 5 teams don't win. So they got to perform quite well. They got 60 damage. There's a crack. They've cracked 2, but the bubble's going to come into play. Now they're going to be stuck in the building. They're going to nade the other side of the door, which is pretty smart. At least they can push in. They have better armors, but it looks like they're going to rotate right back out. So let's take a look at the map, make sure we're not missing any other fights that are going to potentially break out. We do have FLK on height here. On height. Yeah, remember there's a 5-minute delay. Just as a FYI. 5-minute delay is here.
Enemy spotted.
We are a one-man show casting, trying to capture all the action, everything that's taking place. Oh, we got a fight here. What's happening here from Ice Cream? Ice Cream breaking out to a fight? They're not. Are they fighting T1? Yeah, I think they are. Okay, T1 getting into a fight here. If they go out early, this is match point for them. This game means a whole lot. They go right in. They're not afraid. They do not give, if you know what I mean. Just because they're match point doesn't mean they're afraid to fight. They're not afraid to fight. Get out of our lobby. T1 feeling confident here, man. They do not care. They do not care if they get run up on. They will fight, and they quickly abandon their Octane. That's kind of it for them. So this is looking pretty good for Crazy Raccoon in the center, as well as Flora and FLK. T1 just needs to keep rotating, keep fighting on the outskirts. I don't know if they can necessarily push to the center of the zone. We're going to have to see where that decides to break out. So right now there's no additional fights, and what we're seeing really happen. Don't worry. So when I bring up the map, I know it's always mentioned, Daz, why are you bringing up the map? Because there's no fighting happening right now, so we're looking for the next fight. That's what we're seeking. That's what we're trying to find. Because if we don't, you'll see it in the kill feed, which is like the worst thing to happen. If it happens in the kill feed, this means that we've already missed the fight. So we're trying to capture the fight before it happens. So that is why we're bringing up the fight, and we're keeping a close eye. Now, there may be another fight. What will happen is that we'll get into a fight, and then another fight will break out as well. It'll switch over that POV by switching the cameras between the 2 teams. Right now, we're taking a look at Crazy Raccoon to just have the center of the zone. And, well, we'll have to see how it plays out. There's a lot of teams here that are holding on the north side of the map. FLK with CGK potentially going to push them up top. They're a little bit split, so CGK could push on them and potentially make something of this. It's just a matter of positioning and timing for most of these teams. So most of the teams are on the outskirts. They're very far away from one another. The drone is out and misses his shot, so we didn't miss anything there, luckily. We take a look at the map. No other fights. Everyone's playing this patiently. There's still 20 teams in the lobby. 59 participants still alive. The zone is closing, and it has closed. And now we have only 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Whew, wow. And yeah, maybe one day we'll get their state. Maybe we'll get there one day. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on everything that's happening. It can definitely be pretty hard. But at least we're capturing as much as humanly possible, which I'm always proud about. And you guys have been very positive and receptive and supportive in making sure that we're capturing as many fights as humanly possible. I'll switch back out if I need to, but that is RXR Clover. Are they match point? No, they're not. They're pretty close, though. They are... No, I guess they're not. They still need a lot of points. They still need 20 points. They need a dub. They need a win. Or 20 kills. A win or like 20 kills really to their name to really make a push or play. Right now, otherwise, it's not looking too positive for them. We take a look at the map, making sure what we're seeing. The lobby's really quiet right now. It's very intense. It's very intense round.
Got an enemy out there.
All we got to do is just kind of wait to see where teams are going to fight. We only have 1 minute and 15 seconds, guys. Last round of the day. If you're just tuning in, this is APAC North, APAC's Legends Global Series Championship. This is the last one, guys. Really, really close. Thank you so much, Dave. We really appreciate it, you guys. And, you know, we're trying to maintain the chat, moderate it, and appreciate all of you guys. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been phenomenal. What a tournament. This is history in the making. This is one of the biggest tournaments for Apex Legends that we had the journey and the ability to really cast. You know, they have the main cast, but you know that we obviously want to see the English side of things, and that's why I'm here to hopefully take you guys on the journey from what you see here. Okay, so we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds before the zone closes. Let's take a look at T1. T1 most likely going to break into the next fight with FL, so let's hold on T1. That's where I'm predicting where the next fight is going to break out and where things are going to happen. There we go. Some of the shots already taking place. They do have to worry about the team located on the back of them as well. Oh, that's not good. T1 with FL already griefing? I don't know if they're going to be able to push on this. They have to rotate right back in the building. They have to go. They have to go. They need to leave. They need to go leave now. Oh no, that's not looking good. They have to, as long as somebody overextends and makes a mistake, they can potentially have this. They have to hold their own. This is one of the top 5 teams that's currently match point. This is, I could guarantee they're screaming, please. Not like this. Not like this. At least they're able to recover a bit of HP. Does he have his bubble out? They do have a jump pad. His bubble's up in 10 seconds in the door. Look at that door just kind of flip-flopping back and forth. This is where things get intense. The jump pad is out, and unfortunately now the Octane is all by himself over there. That jump pad, it was, I don't know. I feel like that was a bit of a misstep there, especially if his teammates weren't exactly with them. But they can still win this. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. Well, there's a little bit of a flicker of hope. The flame is lighting dim. Parka is stuck between 2 teams here. He's one of the last few rats left remaining. This is one of the top 5 teams that is match point. Is he going to survive? It looks like he's going to be able to rat his way, but still, I mean, it's still going to not look... It's not looking good. It's not looking good for this team, though. A lot of other teams right now have figured out, and Park is just getting shot. Unfortunately, Koran is going to die to zone here. The zone is going to start to truck. This is the end of zone 2. I mean, realistically, would it be a crazy ending to see T1 come out in first place by ratting? That would actually be insane to see. Let's take a look at North Eption here. It's a whole different fight that's taking place. They do have zone. Edge of zone here. The bubble's about to disappear, but they're getting picked on from multiple teams. We will switch in just a moment. I know there was another fight breaking out simultaneously as they're getting shot at. I wonder how they're going to hold this, if they're going to hold this. Let's switch over to who the kill leader is. DAIKIN at a whole nother angle. Oh, I guess they fought off this team over here. So they're in the center. Let's take a look at the multiple teams. Reignite. This is where it matters. The north side of this map, guys. This is where it starts to count. Crazy Raccoon also holding it down, hunkering it down. Reignite here in the center. They do have a Dead Eyes Temple on a Sentinel. Very nice. 788. I wonder if he can make a play. Technically, all 5 teams that are match point are still in the lobby. FLK and T1 all still in this. T1 trying to rotate. Did he get the banners? Hold on. Let's take a look at T1. Did he get banners? Wow, he did. He actually got the banners. That's actually huge. He could still res here. I mean, the zone is definitely going to truck. He could potentially res here and get them here, but it's just a matter of who's going to gate them and push them out. See if it actually sticks this. This is one of the top 5 teams right now at match point. Oh, man, he's sticking the res, but is FL going to respond to this? FLK, by the way, is in the center, just kind of flying right by. And they're trying to fly right in. I wonder, are they going to fall right into Crazy Raccoon? They are not. So they decided to go left. But they're not going to run into Crazy Raccoon. So we have T1, who just got the res. Is FL going to respond to this? You see FL, what is their response? They hear it. but are they going to have an angle on it? That's really the question. Crazy Raccoon is definitely aware of Fennel Korea. They have a Kraber, so we'll keep an eye on this to see if this Kraber is able to make a massive play.
Enemy agent right here. Let's relocate here.
They are in the center. Look at this. This is going to be... This is a... Oh, wait a minute. Let's... They're rolling up on him. Got it. Caught it just in time. Are they right underneath them? Oh my gosh, okay, okay. I thought they were going to roll up on them. They decided to jump down. I thought they were going to fight them right then and there. That would have been an insane fight. We do have RXR Clover fighting another team on the south side. This is Jupiter Vega. Managed to capture that bow check shot from a distance there. 60 damage in. Can they do something about this, though? Looks like they're going to be hard gated out here. They're probably going to go down from this. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. RXR Clover just coming in clutch. Hard gating this team. This is over for them. I might switch POVs. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Getting shot from a whole different angle there. Now all they can do is rotate in. Let's take a look at who our current kill leader is. This team is definitely going out. There's no way they're surviving it. They do go out. Let's take a look at the kill leader. It's DAIKIN at the moment. Let's take a look at Reignite because they are one of our match point teams. Is Reignite going to go out early here? There's still 17 squads remaining. This is an important fight. If they manage to clutch this out, this is looking pretty good for them. I know ORM is fighting, but this fight matters a lot more right now because this is one of our top 5 teams. What T1 is about to go out? Okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Crazy Raccoon has an angle. FLK at an angle over here as well. See if they can connect a shot. We'll go back over to Reignite in just 2 seconds. I just want to make sure that all these teams, what are they going to do? They are safe. Reignite is recovering as well. We have a lot of fights breaking out all simultaneously. Reignite has gone, one has gone down. Selly is getting some shots from a distance. Are they okay? It looks like they are. They just took some shots from a distance. Reignite getting into a fight here. I just want to make sure that we did not miss out on Crazy Raccoon getting into a fight. But it looks like they're okay. Reignite just rotating and flying right by in. I thought somebody pushed Crazy Raccoon there for a minute, but it looks like we are okay for their team. T1, let's take a look how they're recovering. Hold on, actually, let's take a look at Sally. I'm not going to switch POV. We're going to hold for a second. Is he going to clutch this out? Are they going to fight this? Or are they going to back out of this? They got 47 seconds to really make a play. And we'll go back over to FLK because it looks like they're getting a Kraber shot. And we'll hold here, we'll hold here. Hold here. Are they actually going to push them? Are they going to decide to? Yeah, it looks like they're pushing. Looks like they're pushing. They have to turn around to see if they're actually going to engage in this. What are they going to do? DAIKIN making a play in. Are they going to stop? Are they going to keep going? Why would they keep going? Okay, looks like they've halted their progression. Let's take a look at FLK who's in the center. Are we going to get a Kraber shot right here? Is he going to pop off and smack my boy? Oh, right here, right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on, pop him. Oh, hits him right across the dome. A clean shot. And then let's get another one. Unfortunately, whiffs that one, but it's okay. But at least they have the jump on them. Gibraltar ult is going out. Northeption is definitely feeling this. Remember the North. Can we remember the North? I'm not quite sure. We're going to keep an eye on FL. Oh, the cracks are going left and right. The defensive bombardment definitely takes them down. And there is the crypto drone. They are just frying this team. They unfortunately do counter, but that ult, or that nade does do a lot of pressure. It's looking quite good. They're trying not to get greedy. They know what this means by getting too greedy. And we do have the angle. Oh gosh, it's bugged. Hopefully in a minute it does stop. Yeah, it does stop. Thank God. Because a minute there I was a little worried we're going to hear that the rest of the stream, but thank God we did not. Keeping an eye on FLK. Let's take a look at T1. So T1 is out, one of our top teams there. Crazy Raccoon holding on for DLF. We need that bubble. We needed it yesterday. But can they recover from this? Okay, he's picking her man up, but they are seeing the team rotating right from behind. Not looking good. Crazy Raccoon taking a lot of damage. Can they recover from this? Ras is going down, and there's a Kraber shots coming left and right from Dogma as well. Let's take a look at that POV. They're looking way better than Crazy Raccoon because they just went out. Crazy Raccoon is out of the game. This could be Fennel Korea's game because T1 is out. T1 is out of the lobby at the moment with Fennel Korea trying to connect as many Kraber shots as humanly possible. Can he connect another one? Oh my word. This man is popping off of the Kraber. Hit my man for 119 damage. Octane may be fast, but he's not fast enough to dodge that. What other teams do we have in the top? Let's see. Is Reignite still on the round? I know they were struggling for rotation. No, they are out. So Reignite is out. FLK is in. T1 is out. Crazy Raccoon is out. Let's see if Flora is in. Is Flora in? Flora is also out. So this is our only match point team currently in the lobby, so we'll just hold on this. FLK is our most important team right now to really keep eyes on. Flora, I guarantee right now, is or Fennel is, yeah, they're going to be match point. Yeah, they're match point. they'll be match point the next round. So we'll just kind of hold on FLK to see if they're going to win this overall tournament here. Reloading the Kraber. Can he pop it off here? All they need is one nice shot. There's two teams that they have to worry about here. If Fennel goes out, we're going to go into game 8. There's the Brez. They have a lot of Krabers. A lot of Krabers. How did he get hit there? Was his head poking out? How the heck did that happen? I'm just as much with them. I'm like, oh, there goes the rat. They have to win this fight. They have to win this. They have to gate this here. This could be the end of the tournament. And there's a crypto ult to buy themselves a little bit of time. One knock, potentially two knock on ORM. Jung Hee really popping off with a Spitfire. Connecting. I think he landed almost every single shot there. They do still have their Krabers. They have their Mastiffs. They have to gate this. They have to be careful. They have to be quick. They cannot go down. If they go down, that's going to spell death. So FLK, the fans are rooting for you, isn't going to happen, and we managed to capture that action. Top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Is this going to be FLK's tournament? Are they going to be the champions for APAC North? As other teams are fighting completely unaware of the mastermind of what FLK is bringing to the table here. They're running low. They need to swap weapons, so they have, I think they only have one Kraber in play, and Dogma's rotating up on this, trying to get as much damage in as possible. There's an additional knock. This is looking really, really good for FLK. As long as they play this patiently, they play this right. FL going down there. They hear the res going up, but they can't get greedy. There's no reason to get greedy. But if they get him up and they recover, that's another person they have to worry about. The Kraber, there's no more Kraber. They do need that loot. They do need that loot. Top 3. Top 3. Are we going to see the new APAC North champion? For ALGS Championship, are we going to see the crown the new champion for the tournament? Are we going to see it happen here live, ladies and gentlemen? It's really close.
Might be something good this way.
It's about to happen. It could happen. It could not. They could throw this game. How many are left in the lobby? So we got a full team of 3 versus a team of 2. So I wonder if they know that's FL. I wonder if they're going to gang up on there. Are they aware of which team? And there's the port to find themselves some positioning. But the Wraith is going in just on her own. And they may need to pop a bubble here in just a moment. The port is there for an angle, but is it going to be enough? This is getting really intense, guys. This is getting right down to the wire. They do have a good upper hand here. They do have a good upper hand. Does have a lot of damage to his name. 1,600 damage by Dogma. Dogma taking point, taking lead. They do have a res beacon out, but is it going to be... I don't even think... There's no way they're getting that off. There's no way. They could try all they might. And there's one knock potentially going out. There's a lot of damage. He needs to recover from this. Hugging the edge of the zone. There's the bat rolling out. Trying to connect as many massive shots as long as they do not go down. There they go. They got a clean 3v3. They got a clean 3v3. Managed to get the swap just in time. This is a 3v3 fight. Can they keep it together? Massive shot. One. Is this going to be the new champion? Or are they going to whiff it? 1v1, 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 and there it goes. FLK is a new APAC North championship for Apex Legends. Wow, that was really close. It came down to the wire there on a last 1v1. Wow, that's insane. Oh, man. That's insane. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Wow. And we managed to capture all those Kraber shots in the end. They had a phenomenal performance at the end here. Congratulations to FLK. Wow. Congratulations. FLK really killed it on the last round there. Unfortunately, Crazy Raccoon kind of got picked on a bit on the lobby there and just wasn't able to maintain it. But nonetheless, I mean, here we are seeing what, they had 2 Krabers. I can't believe they had 2 Krabers. That's insane. That's crazy. Leave a like if you're just as pumped and excited. That's the end of APAC North. Congratulations to FLK. GG's. Wow, what a game. What a game, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything that you saw. I really appreciate all of you guys. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard, the final score of who actually placed what in just a moment, and then we'll wrap up, and that'll be it for APAC North. I'll be sure to timestamp this. Again, we did miss the first match of the day. I'll be sure to put that into the comment so you guys are aware, but at least we captured game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course the last round, which was 7. So captured a lot there. Apologize for game 1, but hey, we got up. Literally what happened, if you want to know the story of what happened, I thought the tournament was going to start at 5 in the morning because that's when it had started before. I didn't notice that there was going to be a time shift for the tournament for today. So because it randomly went, it moved to, it has always been 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. I wasn't aware of that, so there was like a 6-hour difference. I randomly woke up at 11 or 10:55, and when I woke up, I got a DM saying the round is going to be starting soon. I literally ran to my computer, started everything up, changed everything, and then boom, here I was live. Quite literally, it was that fast. I was literally on within, I don't know, 20 minutes from getting up, going to the computer, starting everything up, setting up the stream, setting up the keywords, everything, the graphics, because I worked really fast, like really fast. That was insane. But yeah, going in, that's a crazy day. I'm just glad I got to be here. I really am. Once this gets updated, we'll talk about the score that you see here. It'll be updated on Liquipedia in just a moment. But you know, it's a great moment where we talk about everything. Just want to thank the team on the back end. All right, let's see here. You're currently watching, what you watched was game 7, so everyone's just praying and holding for the final game. Okay, let's take a look to see where the final scores are landing. I just want you guys to see what the final scores overall were. FLK really ran away with that. That's crazy. That was a crazy round. I'm sure it's very frustrating because Crazy Raccoon was so close. They were so close, guys, they literally were one shot away from winning the overall tournament in the earlier round. It's very, very close. As long as they held it. They kept it together, and that's all that matters. They kept it together. All right, once it's updated, we'll see our new champions for today. Fennel Korea really always keeping it real, always keeping it together. All right, it's almost all updated. We'll take a look at the score. That was crazy. That was insane. What a round. All right, in just a moment, hit refresh again. We'll wrap up. And then I'm going to go to bed after this. Oh, man, what a day. Casting 2 tournaments within the same day. That's crazy. I thought I was going to get a little bit more rest, but, you know, hey, here we are. It is fun. It was a lot of fun. I was smiling because it's been a crazy week, guys. Just to wrap up on this week, because there's still, don't forget, NA finals is still happening. Europe finals is still going on. There's still so much here, you know? Still so much to unpack and to really, that's still going on, you know? So huge congratulations to FLK. Very much deserved. And we'll talk about the scoreboard, because this prize distribution depends on how much money everyone's going to make in the lobby. All right, looks like it is almost all updated. Need one more update. And there it is. RXR Clover is one of the last ones. Okay. Score, let's talk about this and let's wrap up. Okay. So FLK took first place. Congratulations. Big dub, big win. Crazy Raccoon in second. T1 in third. Oh, actually, hold on. It looks like we have another change. It looks like it was a change in numbers. Let's take a look at that. FLK won. Our new APAC North champions. Crazy Raccoon in second with 76. T1 in third with 71 points. FL in fourth with 59 points. Reignite in fifth with 54 points. Flora in sixth with 52 points. FTW in seventh with 52 points. 8th place, Ice Cream, 44 points. 9th place, ORM, 38 points. Jupiter Vega, 10th place, 38 points. 11th place is Unite, 37 points. 12th place is CGK, 33 points. 13th place is RXR Clover, 30 points. 14th place is ORF, 28 points. Northeption, 15th place, 28 points. 16th place is DAIKIN, 27th place. 17th place is Sengoku, 21 points. 18th place, Good 8 Squad, 20 points. 19th place, Sun Sister God at 17 points. And 20th place, A2 Esports at 15 points. So congratulations, what a wrap-up, what a tournament. Everyone should be very proud. Technically, everyone did win money, being in the top 10 so far. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I literally woke up very last minute to cast this tournament, but I'm glad that we got here. Leave a like, knowing that we've had a heck of a week, and it was a whole lot of fun, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. There's definitely more in store. North America finals are still going to happen. I think they're going into day 3, I think tomorrow. Europe finals should happen next week. And yeah, a lot to unpack here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the stream and show your support. And I'll see you guys all, well, in the next stream. Bye, everybody.